It's me, Timmy Flyersguy, and welcome to Classic Flyers Theater with me, Timmy Flyersguy. In today's episode, we take you back to the 2004 Eastern Conference Finals between the Philadelphia Flyers and the Tampa Bay Lightning. This is Game 6 of the Eastern Conference Finals from 2004. The Flyers, in the first round of the playoffs in 2004, they beat the Devils, and then they beat the Toronto Maple Leafs, and then they moved on to the Eastern Conference Finals, where they took on the Tampa Bay Lightning. The Philadelphia Flyers lost Game 1, but then won Game 2. The Philadelphia Flyers lost Game 3 and won Game 4. And then they lost Game 5. And this is Game 6 of the Eastern Conference Finals. I hope you guys enjoy this. This is a great game. I went to this game with my dad. I can remember it just like it was yesterday. It was a great game. I'm not going to tell you what happened. You're going to have to find out and see as the Philadelphia Flyers take on the Tampa Bay Lightning in Game 6 of the Eastern Conference Finals from 2004. Let's go Flyers!
We await a start that may include fisticuffs before we drop the puck. Gary Fraser has had to go over and already break up Brashear.
And Andre Waugh and Radovojevich switched with Brashear so he could line up against Waugh.
They started what we have, we think, are the 2 fourth lines. But Philadelphia has seriously changed their lines for this game. And maybe this isn't the 4th line.
Yeah, we're not sure. We're going to have to see who gets all the ice time. Nevertheless, the tough guys have started for both teams. Andre Waugh for Tampa Bay. And Brashear stays over there. He stays on the right side.
Waugh, Brashear putting a couple of big hits on early. So Gary Fraser, along with Stephen Wackel, the referees tonight, already know. Corey Sarge in the corner. Donald Brashear taken down by Pratt. Radovojevich behind the net for the Flyers. Lost it near side. Moved back up and out of the zone on the big flip. Nets is a scratch tonight for Tampa Bay. Along with Clymer, Perrin, and Rumble. They are not making changes there as John Tortorella. His team only needs one more win. It's going right. Don't change it.
Here's been the problem in this series for both teams. They have not been able to bring the desperation in consecutive games. They have taken turns. If John Tortorella's guys can bring it, they'll be in good shape. You know the Flyers are going to play desperate hockey here.
Radovan Somik, a right hand injury, is a scratch tonight. Dennis Seidenberg, as a result, is going to play and will be in the lineup for yet another game. And Sami Kapanen will go from defense to forward tonight, so we'll see him up front.
With Pitkanen back in the lineup too, but you can imagine the Flyers are going to ride 4 defensemen. I can't see Pitkanen and Seidenberg playing together.
And they warmed up together, so may not get to see much ice time. That'll be touched up for an icing. And we start early with some whistles and a non-flow. Nikolai Khabibulin, Tampa Bay netminder.
Never a bigger game in his National Hockey League career. He was sensational in Game 6. I don't even think he has to be as good as he was the second half of Game 6 to be effective here, because he was all-world in Game 5.
He's put up that huge save percentage for the entire playoffs, but in this series it's only .903. We were talking about that the other night. Both of these goaltenders, Esch and Khabibulin, have not been the dominating factors in the series, even though both have had spectacular sections of play.
But boy, was Khabibulin good when they needed him in Game 5. That's what counts. How good are you when the team needs you the most?
In that third period, Khabibulin was fantastic, going 13 for 13 in saves in the third when Philadelphia put the heat on. Flyers Johnson back the other way. Seidenberg tried to dump it in. Kapanen, who's playing the forward on this line, lost it. Here's a 2-on-1. LeCavalier in shot. Scores! Vinny LeCavalier! A turnover by Philadelphia. And Tampa Bay is on the board.
Dennis Seidenberg tried a little backhand chip to Sami Kapanen when he needed to get the puck in deep. The Flyers have made a huge mistake early, as they did in Game 5. and they paid for this one. LeCavalier in a 2-on-1 using a decoy. Kim Johnson back. Singh right inside the far post for a 1-0 Tampa Bay lead. It is a game of mistakes, and just as the Flyers started Game 5, they have made a huge mistake here in Game 6.
Vinny LeCavalier, his 8th goal of the playoffs, just a minute 28 into this game. And Tampa Bay's got the 1-0 lead. Tampa Bay's 9-1 when they score the first goal. Touched up for an icing call, and they score on their first shot. Teams scoring first have had an enormous advantage throughout these playoffs. Tampa Bay 9-1, Philadelphia 9-2.
Dennis Seidenberg right now wants to crawl into a hole, but there is not a hole for him. Robert Esch held his ground. Esch couldn't go down on the butterfly until he was sure LeCavalier was going to shoot. By the time he shot, it was too late.
LeCavalier's got a 5-game scoring streak now with 3 goals and 2 assists in the last 5 games. That goal at a minute 28 is his 8th of the playoffs. St. Louis the assist. Gagne's shot, save made. Javi Bulin. Javi Bulin got banged on the head by Sador, his own teammate. Took a stick to the head and was shaking his head trying to get his mask back on.
Here's one of the new Flyers lines. Roenick is out there with Primo and Gagne.
That is Sador defensively. Primo the hit on Sador, but he cleared it up in a 3-on-2 the other way. Now 3-on-3 Flyers get back whistled on the offside. So Robert Esch, the first shot at a 2-on-1 buy-in.
What a tough way to start. But I have a tough time with anybody trying to saddle any of the problems that the Flyers have dug for themselves, being down 3-2 on Robert Esch. Yes, he did have a bad outing. Javi Bulin had a bad outing in this series. He was pulled. Look at the goals that were scored. That last shot from LeCavalier was off the post.
And an odd man rush.
Yeah.
That'll be dumped up into the Philadelphia bench. The odd man rushes in the series now. Tampa Bay's had 11, and they have scored 4 goals off them. Philadelphia's had 17 and scored 3.
The other issue is this. Dennis Seidenberg, we know, is only playing his 2nd game of the playoffs, and you don't want him out there against Vincent LeCavalier. That's what John Tortorella was able to do on that shift.
Got a big change early. St. Louis put the hit on the far side for Tampa Bay. Philadelphia came out wanting to use muscle. Jesus, this new line. That puck came over the net and into the paint as Javi Bulin was trying to find it. Wow. St. Louis in the corner. John Leclerc. Leclerc, Amati, and Jesus are together on this line.
Second set of wingers for Jesus.
Jesus, who's had a fine playoff year, although it's gone a little shy of late. He's picked up 3 goals and an assist in the series. Looking, Jesus, front of the net shot. Javi Bulin with Amati reaching, hangs on, and Amati gets nailed for a couple of extra shots on the goaltender with his stick.
Well, welcome to life in the blender. Oh, man. Corey Saric just took a straight right from Michael Jesus, and that had to hurt. Saric's eyes are both black still from a stick he took from Gagne in Game 4.
Gary Fraser's going to take at least 1 here. Jesus is still pushing and shoving. Well, let's see who's going to go. Fraser's trying to wave somebody over here to the box, and it may be more than one.
Nolan Pratt is without his gloves, his stick.
Philadelphia, 2 minutes each, nothing.
Amati and Pratt, it looks like.
Matching minors.
Here's what Tortorella, I think, is hot about. We might have it for you. See number 26 in black? Can we see this here? Here he comes, and boom! Well, he got him in the chin, luckily, not on the nose. But he could have gotten an extra 2 for that if somebody had seen it. But when you're standing there in the crowd, you've got to have omnivision to see it all.
Tortorella walking the bench, talking to Gary Fraser. But no call, so Amati and Pratt both go for roughing at the 3:02 mark, the first penalties of the game, and we'll skate 4-on-4. Tampa Bay 5-1 on the road this playoff year. They've outscored the opposition 20-8 now in road games. Intercepted behind the net, Jamnov. Sador took it back, tapping it up on the check. Cleared around for Brad Richards. What a playoff Brad Richards is having. Tied for 2nd in the league in goals with 8, and his 14 points. Tied for 5th overall.
Gary, there was no indication from last year's playoff run that Tampa Bay had that Richards had the ability to be a big game player in the NHL. Well, guess what? He's on board now.
Kubina dumped it in, and moving around was Esch. And Tampa Bay made sure they did not get back and pick up any other penalty for goaltender interference. Kapanen in. Great speed. Kapanen, Kubina almost lost him. In behind the net, Kubina played 2 men as he held on to Zhamnov that time. Moved back out of the zone. Markov tips it ahead to Zhamnov. He gets taken down far side. No call. Kapanen. Save made. Heavy line. All of a sudden, Kapanen had the puck all by himself. Corey Stillman, a blue liner. Save made off the pad of Esch. Still a 4-on-4 for another minute here, and it is wide open hockey. Corey Sarge wide. It stayed in. No. Came outside the line.
Another line combination for the Flyers. We'll have Zhamnov in the middle with Recchi on one side. And this man, Sami Kapanen, moved up from defense the last game. Zhamnov was taken down on the play, but was still able to make an incredible one-hand pass to Sami Kapanen. But Javi Bolin has been a wall on sharp angle shots in this series. If you're going to beat him, you're going to have to beat him right up under the crossbar, short side high. There is nothing else to shoot at.
49 seconds left in the 4-on-4 situation. Tampa Bay the early lead, 1-0, scoring in their first shot. Good back-checking job to intercept and not moved out of the zone. St. Louis got back, batted at it, couldn't get it. Left over here to Roenick. Roenick looking to the middle. Roenick to the dot. Guns it down low to Recchi. Roenick is cutting. Great poke check by Sador. Goes off the back of the net. Sador will come back to play it. 23 left in the 4-on-4. Sador's got LeCavalier on the right. Leaves it. LeCavalier the intended blocked away to center. Then Louis tried to find LeCavalier, but he was on the other side of the ice. Boyle will send it into the corner. Stillman the intended a shot. Save made Esch. He'll leave it behind the net. 5 left in the 4-on-4. Primo's been the horse in this series for Philadelphia. Lost control of that one out of the box. Pratt, he lost it. Amati looking into the middle. He's got Primo. Amati shot. Ripped up and over. Javi Bolin may have gotten a piece. Markov sends it into the middle. Boyle clears it onto the bench.
Tony Amati had a split-second window to get the puck across to Keith Primo. When he didn't, it closed up. Then he was forced to go where I was talking about, short side eye. There's the window. Nope, closed. Can't get it to him. Help came back. He was trying to, but even there, you can see there is not much twine. When Nikolai Khabibulin stands up, he has some kind of wide wall in there.
He's had just 2 assists in the last 8 games. Tony Amati from the point. Khabibulin watched another block made. Donald Brashear, save made Khabibulin. Brashear dumped that one, got it back, turned it up near side, not into the middle. Now they got to hustle back on defense. Afanasenkov leading the rush. He sends it in behind the net. Hit put on. Cleared around the near side boards after Dingman got tied up. Good play by Corey Sarge on the step up. Markov will pick it up. Markov looking. Afanasenkov took the puck away as he had hesitated. You can't do that against Tampa Bay. Held in near side. Dingman batting at it. Lost away. Handzus cleared far side. Markov over to get it. And he'll skate it back into his end. Danny Markov, who in the series is a +5, the leading plus-minus man in the series for either team. Cleared off the boards and up the near side. Tamander wanted to reach, couldn't get it. St. Louis on the right side, just missed. He had gotten around Tamander. Tamander takes him to the wall. Down goes St. Louis. Cleared in, shot deflected off a defenseman to the near side. Good chance right there, Tampa Bay, with Brad Richards getting the opportunity. Kapanen moved it up, poke check, they got a clear. So Zhamnov had to send it back. Johnson will go back to get it. Johnson, with both teams changing, dumped in wide of the net. And looking, he cleared around the near side. Philadelphia trying to keep that forechecking heat on. Tampa Bay trying to break it with long cross ice passes. LeCavalier's got the goal. Save off the blocker.
Boy, has his wrist shot gotten better every year. Man, can he ever launch him?
It is quick and in a hurry it goes. He's out there with a full line now. Waugh down into the corner. Steven Wacom.
Primo got it.
Wow, that was a pretty good hit. Wacom right back up the official. Waugh's got it. Waugh leaves it near side. Dumped it deeper by Fedotenko. Here's LeCavalier. Jeremy Roenick coming over. Hit by Waugh. Cleared at Primo. His pass intercepted by Kubina. The tension and the fury of a must-win game for Philadelphia is clearly evident here, and Tampa Bay has risen to the occasion early in the first period with a 1-0 lead. Gagne's on the near side. Primo. Gagne scores!
Boy, you talk about stepping up. Jeremy Roenick with a little flip in, and then Keith Primeau's size, I think, confused two defenders. How about this for a beautiful goal? Check it out. You might as well clean off a spot on the museum wall because this finish is a work of art by Simon Gagne out of midair to the shelf, and the Flyers have tied it.
Great play by Gagne on a kick pass by Primeau, and it is a 1-1 game. First goal that he has picked up in 8 games. So there's one of the people not scoring that the Flyers need to score. Who scores? Hanser. Hanser's to Leclerc. Leclerc looking into the middle. Couldn't find anybody. Taken off the pipe near side. Stillman reached. Amati blocked it. Amati holds it in. Amati, Hanser, and Leclerc together. Back down low. Intercepted. Cleared up to Stillman. Stillman will move it out after Corey Sarge. Intercepted. In. Cross ice pass broken up. Good play by Malakoff. Malakoff's got Leclerc up ice already. Leclerc, Malakoff a trailer. Leclerc way back. Seidenberg a shot. Save made. Habibul in reach. That taken away by his own player as Boyle knocked it down.
Boy, would Dennis Seidenberg have wanted that to go in? The weight of the world that is now crushing his shoulders would have been lifted.
His mistake resulted in the odd man that created the Tampa Bay goal. They've answered it, though, here. 7:23. Gagne's first of this series, fourth of the playoffs. Primeau and Roenick getting the assist. Janssen back. Dropped it off near side. Kapanen. Kapanen just deflected it out the center with Recchi charging. Mark Recchi gets there in the collision with Brad Lukowich. In came Shamnoff. In came Modine for Tampa Bay. Kapanen banged it off the wall. Commander held it in. Boyle over. Recchi and Boyle do battle. St. Louis drops it off in a hurry. Lukowich has got it. Philadelphia wants a change. Closing in on the 11-minute mark of this period with the game tied at 1-1. And great fury end to end. Down goes Modine. He got lifted off his skates. Primeau cleared it around. Not out yet. Crowded stepped up, banged away to Gagne. Gagne gets stood up at center, gets around it. Kubina goes onto the bench.
Well, Joe Micheletti is with us here tonight, and another hockey guy is here, Cuba Gooding Jr. He'll visit with Joe when we come back.
Cuba Gooding Jr., you made a long trip from France. Who talked you into it? Was it your decision or your buddy JR?
Yeah, Jeremy Roenick said, we're coming down, we're getting it on, game 6. I said, I'll be there to support you, brother.
He said you can play this game a little bit, too.
Yeah, a little bit. Past few years, I've been skating a little bit.
And you're working on a movie here?
Yes, called Shadow Boxer with myself and Helen Mirren.
Thanks for your time. Good luck to you.
No problem.
Guys?
Undoubtedly fewer concussions than JR.
Undoubtedly. Jeremy Roenick has had 10 goals in 18 career games when his team has faced elimination. So Jeremy Roenick talks about being there for big games. He's also talking about himself.
I thought you were going to say 10 goals in 18 games when Cuba Gooding Jr. has been in the audience. How do you know that?
We don't have that stat, but we're working on it right now. We've got the Elias Sports Bureau trying to dig it up. Radivojevic in with Pratt on it. Pratt rides him away, hits the side of the net. Radivojevic, one arm and then along the boards. Fine play to keep it alive. Johnson a blast, deflected into the corner. Another block shot. Benetenko got there and blocked it. That's going to be a delayed offside call here. It'll be a free out. Corey Sarge will use it. Flyers changing. Blue line ripped wide. Modine had that one go flying by him back out to center. Back over to St. Louis. St. Louis flips it in. Gagne following through on St. Louis. Lecavalier went down. Puck got deflected. Gagne will clear. Back in a 3-on-3. Simon Gagne looking behind the net. Jeremy Roenick. Sador on him. Sador. Roenick got by him. Back for Gagne. They cycle it down low. Primeau tied up by Sador. That's become a big battle in this series. As in the last game, Sador got the attention, along with Kubina, of Primeau. They were put out there in one of the few matchups that Tampa Bay has tried to do this series.
Jeremy Roenick with Keith Primeau. All of a sudden, Tampa Bay has to worry about an offensive weapon with Primeau besides Keith Primeau himself.
That was Primeau on Stillman right there with a shot. Here's Boyle, the defenseman. Boyle all the way down low. Boyle tied up by Primeau. Takes it again. Boyle back to Corey Stillman. He's tied up. Cleared around the boards. Malakoff got it out.
You got to love the high wire act that Dan Boyle runs every game. I mean, he's down low sometimes. The forwards have to cover for him. The boy is an exciting player to watch.
Markov came back and touched that one up. A great game underway in Philadelphia, Game 6. Vinny Lecavalier, a profile when we come back.
Say hello to Vincent Lecavalier of the Tampa Bay Lightning. graded to charity to benefit All Children's Hospital in Tampa. Childhood idol, a great one. Steve Yzerman, favorite athlete, Tiger Woods. The first player chosen overall in the 1998 draft, Vincent Lecavalier.
He's got the goal tonight. He's tied now with Brad Richards and Patrick Marleau for the second most goals in the playoffs. Jerome McGinley with 10 is the leader. And congratulations to the Calgary Flames, who have moved on to the Stanley Cup Finals after being the 6th seed in the West.
The little engines that could. Boy,
what a great story they are writing. So they will wait next Tuesday. Stanley Cup Finals will start. And they'll start either in Tampa Bay or Philadelphia, as Calgary will await the winner. Hanzus dropped it. Shot hit the side of the net. That was an attempt to put it off the back of the goaltender, Javi Bulin, that time by Tony Amonte. Back into the middle of Fanasankov. Amonte got back after Pitkanen broke it up. Philadelphia will change it up, starting deep in their own end. Comes back to Pitkanen. Pitkanen getting back into the game after missing the last one. And that one's going to be whistled on the hand pass. This is one of the few series where each team has traded wins. Win, lose, from each team's perspective. If the Flyers can win this game, it'll be just the 11th time in Stanley Cup history the teams go to a Game 7 after winning every other game.
And what's interesting is the last 3 times a team has won Game 6 when trailing 3 games to 2, they have advanced by winning the Game 7.
This one is tied at 1. Javi Bulin on that save off Gagne. Back for Gagne behind the net. Primo there. Primo looking. Roenick and he. Crisscrossing down in the corner. Primo jammed up from behind. Cleared it up the near side wall. And it's just cleared out of the zone to take the heat off by Fedotenko. Markov will touch this one up for an icing call.
Well, when you're only 190 pounds, and I say only as Dan Boyle is, Keith Primo coming. When you hear that trainer coming, you might as well just kind of dump it out of the zone. Smart play by Dan Boyle. He didn't actually dump it. He made a pretty decent play under the guns like a quarterback standing in the pocket, knowing there is a great big man, much bigger than you, bearing down on you.
Keith Primo, 2 goals, 2 assists in the last 3 games. He's 7-5 in the playoff here, and a penalty coming in the corner for the slash, and it'll be a power play opportunity for Philadelphia. The captain, Dave Anderchuk.
If the stick doesn't break on the play, Kim Johnson's stick broke. We'll take a look at it here. Whack. And the stick broke in 2. If the stick doesn't break, I don't think that gets called. One way or the other, here we go. Flyers power play, if you can call it that.
They are 1 for 23 in this series on the power play. Tampa Bay got 3 power play goals in Game 5. And Philadelphia get it going here. Anderchuk, 12:30, slashing. First power play. Johnsson held it in. Trying to get it to Roenick along the half wall. He bounces it back for Recchi. Pratt on the penalty killing unit. Good step up made by Malakoff to hold that in. Try it the near side. Go to the middle. Stillman. What a play that was.
I can't believe Saric tried it again, because the first time he tried that play, there was nobody there but Jeremy Roenick. But instead of it's a good play as long as you got a guy there. Instead of going hard rim, go up the middle to your guy. He's wide open.
Over to Hanzus on the power play. Philadelphia. Hanzus still has it. Gagne. Johnsson playing back at a point. Broken bone, right hand. He's played throughout the playoffs with that. Primo is up high right now. They send Johnsson in. The defenseman came way down from the other point. Malakoff without a helmet to Johnsson, centered. Great tie up in the middle. Broken out. A dangerous short-handed team. Tampa Bay. Modine guns it in wide.
The Flyers continue to be fancy against a team that is like seaweed out there. There's no seam. There's no lane for the pretty play.
That puck's pinned up against the wall, and there it will be whistled. Tampa Bay's been 90% effective in killing off penalties in the playoffs, 5% better than their number during the regular season. Their shorthanded unit has been exceptional.
I think the Flyers have to approach this power play situations that they have as a 5-on-5. There it is. Pavel Kubina with the long stick. I mean, he just dragged it behind him in the lane. If you approach a power play as a 5-on-5, Daryl Sador looks like he's hurting. Gassed a little bit, but hurting as well. If you approach it like a 5-on-5, if you have an opportunity to shoot, you shoot. You don't keep looking for a better opportunity. The Tampa Bay Lightning penalty killers have been flat out overpowering in this series.
There is Pavel Kubina. Couple of assists. He has been exceptional on defense among the penalty killers, and in Game 5 led Tampa Bay in ice time with over 25 minutes. Kapanen's working a point now with Pitkanen, Jamnov, Tony Amonte, and Leclaire up front on the power play unit for the Flyers. 28 seconds left to go on it. Pitkanen stepped up. It got poke checked away from him. 2 back for the Flyers. Taylor will move it in. Nowhere to go with it in the corner. Tim Taylor, penalty killing, dragged it down. Kapanen's pass, far side Amonte. Amonte with Richards on him. Amonte comes back towards the middle. Puck lost again. Kapanen steps up. Kapanen looking. Time running out on the power play. Pitkanen down to 3 seconds on the advantage. See Tampa Bay stay back. Sammy Kapanen, power play over. No shots on the power play. Philadelphia, we're back to 5-on-5. Down they go. Anderchuk, who just came out of the penalty box, working over Leclaire in the corner. Amonte takes a shot from Kubina. Down he goes. Puck jammed away to Anderchuk, who just wants to clear, and does.
Same problem for the Flyers, and that is getting shots on goal. They had 3 power plays in Game 5. How many shots did they get? 1. And no shots here. Why? Because they continue to look for the pretty play that is not there.
Tampa Bay will shut you down when you're doing that. Markov, good reach to hold that puck at center ice. On the near boards, loose. Primo coming in, dug it out, gets held by Lecavalier. Taken away by Sador. Primo poke checked that away. Primo with Roenick in front. Primo shot right through the top of the paint, but not on net. St. Louis takes the hit along the near side wall. Down into the corner, Jeremy Roenick got by Boyle. Backhander, Kubina, save, rebound. Primo, save! Primo got that one through! And Happy Boland made a save in the pile. Cleared back to Mander. Both teams changing up. Mander guns that one in. Pratt on the far side. It never got to him. Came right back to Corey Sarge.
Pretty isn't there. Make it ugly. Take it to the paint. That's what Primo did. That's what Roenick did.
Comes back to center to Brashear. He's got Sharp with him. Sharp, shot, save. Can you say that quickly 3 times?
Bunches of chances here for the Flyers in the last couple of minutes. A little bit of friction here. Keith Primo with a good one. If you'd like to revisit the chances the Flyers had, stick with us. We'll be right back with them. The most threatening Flyers line in this game is the line that has scored. They threatened again moments ago. Keith Primo with the long stick, got the puck away from Sador, then danced it to the front. And then Jeremy Roenick came around on a backhand. Dan Boyle, number 22 for Tampa, does a spectacular job right there of tying up Keith Primo's stick. We say this all the time. You can tie up the guy, but if you don't have his hands and his stick immobilized, he's got a chance. A smaller man, Boyle, and he did a great job on the bigger Primo.
Dan Boyle out of the University of Miami of Ohio. Defensive job there. Shot Pitkanen, poke checked away again. Anderchuk came in to help out on Happy Boland. Apanasenkos on the right side trying to break up. Dumped in. Into the corner, Pitkanen gets hit by Apanasenkos. Recchi came away with it. Recchi couldn't get it on the stick, but kicked it out of there. Right back the other way, and they'll wave off any call on this as Taylor got a stick on it. Flyers out shooting Tampa Bay 9-5. Tampa Bay has had the advantage by 5 in shots in the series coming into this game. That is touched up for the icing call by Brad Lukowich. Offensive zone time has been an issue that both coaches have continually harped on, saying that whoever leads in this department wins the series. So far in this game at even strength, Flyers.
Flyers have tilted the ice absolutely towards Happy Boland since the first goal of the game. Yanni Pitkanen just iced the puck. It's tough for a young defenseman. We've seen Seidenberg make a mistake in this game that has allowed Tampa Bay to score. Pitkanen just iced the puck. Instead of trying to work it to the red line with one more stride, he tried to pass to Recchi instead of getting the red line and dumping it in. It's a game of mistakes.
He's had a hard time getting any kind of flow going since he has missed games here because of injuries, and in only 2 of the last 5. Cleared down ice. Nikolai Happy-Boland coming back to get it. 3:17 to go in the period. Sador takes it behind the net. Kubina's got it. Kubina moves it far side. Almost intercepted as Roenick stepped up. Primo cleared it in off the wall. Jeremy Roenick and Sador. Sador again out there. Bad pass. Set up. Shot.
It is a game of mistakes. Daryl Sador dumped it into the slot, And Vladimir Malakoff, instead of shooting, spotted a wide-open Keith Primo, who actually fanned on his shot, but it didn't change the direction. Watch this. He wanted to bury it. He only got a little piece of it. But for Keith Primo, it was a straight shot. It didn't matter how hard it was.
It is a 2-1 lead for the Flyers. This is only the second time in this series we have had a lead change where somebody who had a lead has lost it, and Philadelphia both times has done it. Brad Richards on a save and a shot from center.
But Gary, Tampa Bay is doing something they haven't done in the series. They're dumping the puck into the middle in their own end. One of the reasons is they think the Flyers are sealing off the board so they can't go around. But it just costs them.
Not their game. Leclaire, hot hit on Corey Sarich. Leclaire centered, shot deflected near side. 17:01 to go from Primo, third of this series, eighth of the playoffs. Malakoff with a great pass, getting the assist. Vladimir Malakoff, whose ice time has increased with each passing series. Ken Hitchcock says the more he plays, the better he gets.
There was no choke in that play. Boy, it's one thing to be able to make the big play. It's another thing to see the big play first. And Malakoff sees the big play.
Seaback dumped that one up ice. Played behind the net, Malakoff. 1:50 to go in the period. Tampa Bay got the first goal. Philadelphia's had the last two. Malakoff sends it off the wall. Radivojevich was over there. Lukovic got there ahead of him. Markov is going to play this. Markov looking out in front. Will back it off. Malakoff was directing traffic and got that pass. Brashear flips it off. Up ice is Sharp. Sharp over the blue line. The puck bounced ahead. Cleared out of the zone by Sador. Kicked away at center. Brashear kept it alive. And back is Malakoff to get it. Both teams changing. Brashear down. Pass blocked Sador. Sador looking into the middle. St. Louis blocked that. Cleared ahead. Drop past St. Louis. Hooked by Brashear. Get the shot off. That gets blocked into the corner. Brashear and Johnson both get over. St. Louis and Brashear exchange punches at the other end.
Gary, I think St. Louis got clipped in the face by Brashier's stick. That's why he went after him.
No penalty obviously called on it. Back in Sami Kapanen. Recchi battling in front. Kapanen turning. Forehand fan. Tipped back. Intercepted. Kapanen leaves it to the point. Janssen a shot over the head of everybody.
Oh, watch this. Oh, look at that. No glove for Zhamnov, and St. Louis looked like he went for his bare hand.
Demander a chance, and it's held on to Kapanen charging into the middle and hitting him in front Kubina.
And Zhamnov went right after St. Louis because he saw what I saw. St. Louis tried to slash him on the bare hand.
Can you tell this is a must-win game for Philadelphia?
He's still complaining about it. Watch this. Here comes St. Louis. Whack! He absolutely tried to slash him on the bare hand. It is a game for keeps right about now. And Zhamnov didn't like that one bit. I wouldn't have either.
Jeremy Roenick was back helping out on defense. Malakoff will get it. 27 seconds remaining to go in the period. Roenick picks it up. A 2-1 lead for the Philadelphia Flyers, who are trying to send this back to Tampa Bay for a Game 7 on Saturday night. Jeremy Roenick, he got around the man but lost the puck. Primo the hit on Corey Sarich as he went through. Third back to Dave Anderchuk. Lecavalier got the first goal. Tampa Bay the lead. Then Gagne and Primo answer to put Philadelphia on top 2-1. And the shot, that's it. 11-6 the shots in favor of the Flyers at the end of the first period. Philadelphia's on top 2-1 after that Lecavalier goal. Simon Gagne out of midair. And then the go-ahead by Primo. And there is Dave Schultz, who kicked off this game. The hammer, using the hammer on the facsimile of the Liberty Bell.
He better be careful. He might crack it.
That's right. With that hammer. Welcome back, everybody. Gary Thorne, Bill Clement, Bill Micheletti along board here in Philadelphia with the Flyers lead 2-1.
And the line combos that Ken Hitchcock put together, the brand new ones, really hit for pay dirt here, especially Primo, Gagne, and Roenick. They've accounted for both Flyers goals. Gagne has one, Primo has one. When you're up against it, Ken Hitchcock does not stand pat. And he put an offensive player in Roenick along with Keith Primo. All that ended up there was Gagne and Primo scoring, not Roenick yet.
And we start this period same way we started the game. Brashear and Waugh pushing and shoving, and Gary Fraser having to go in and separate him before the puck was even dropped. Face-off will be won by the Flyers. How about the face-offs in the first period? 70% to the Philadelphia Flyers. Shot, save! Rebound kicked away to the side. Corey Sarich And a penalty coming on the goaltender and on Waugh. Matching minors in the action in front of Robert Esch.
See, Ken Hitchcock will like this. He thinks that when Robert Esch gets involved physically, that he's in better shape mentally. See what happened on the play. Pretty good shot from the wing that Robert Esch kicked out. It was cleared. Looked like Esch hit Waugh first. Oh, and then a little lug tap back. Flyers did a good job in the first period of staying out of the penalty box. As hot as Tampa Bay's power play is, you can't make a steady trip to the penalty box and hope to win hockey games. So the Flyers did not allow the Lightning a power play in the first period, and here it's even, skating 4-on-4.
Second time we've had a 4-on-4 in the game. Ken Hitchcock's team up by a score of 2-1 on the first period goals picked up by Gagne and Primo. LeCavalier scored first for Tampa Bay. Esch and Waugh, high sticking Esch, slashing Waugh, 14 seconds into the period. St. Louis, save made on the interception in a 2-on-2. Martin St. Louis, here comes Gagne, he's flying. Javi Boland's got it. Boom! Sador goes into the crossbar, the play goes on. The net never came off. LeCavalier shot, score! They tied it, and Esch wants that back right now. He had it, he lost it, it's 2-2.
And it squeezed through him. I don't know if it was a screen or not, but it found daylight, I think, under the left arm of Robert Esch, and Vincent LeCavalier has been the answer for the Tampa Bay Lightning. An excellent shot. Looked like a kind of surprised Esch. I don't think he saw it coming out of the screen. Watch his reaction here. He shrugged too late from our Southwest Airlines goal cam. Commander was screening him, and happiness is scoring right here on a 4-on-4 to tie it.
2 goals in the game now for Vinny LeCavalier, second in the playoffs behind Iginla in goals. And it is a 2-2 game. It came in a 4-on-4 and was the third chance Tampa Bay had in this 4-on-4. Only 30 seconds into it.
Robert Esch hardly had any work in the first period. 6 shots on goal, and I know at least 2 of them came from outside the blue line.
Kapanen at the intercept. Jam knocked down the middle. Shot. Javi Boland went too far, and the puck went by him. Third back in, Jamnoff. He poke checked it around to the far side. Corey Sarge, Kapanen moving in. Richards tipped it away to center. Markov picks it up. Philadelphia will get onside. Jamnoff back for Markov. Markov wants to move it ahead, being driven back by Brad Richards. Good play by Richards. Markov came away with the puck into the zone. Jamnoff flipped away by Pratt for Richards. Richards off the wall. Great pass to Modine. Modine is in alone, though. Modine backing it up, trying to get it himself, but fell down. Janssen will clear it back out to center. Tampa Bay was changing, so nobody was out there with Modine. The goal at 45 seconds into the period. LeCavalier is 4th of this series and his 9th of the playoff year. Brad Lukovich stepped up to try and hold it in. 20 left in the 4-on-4. Jeremy Roenick. Roenick to Janssen, the defenseman. Janssen looking. He leaves it. Recchi. Cleared out Brad Richards. Nobody there on that pass.
Those are the kind of plays that the Tampa Bay Lightning feed on.
That leaves you going down ice with nobody remotely close. Pekkanen got it up ice. Recchi on the crisscross with Jeremy Roenick. Roenick trying to center. Kuvina rode him off. Sador. And the 4-on-4 over. Back to 5-on-5 hockey. Tampa Bay getting the goal during that period. Bouncing puck. Got away. Cleared up to the line. Sador can't hold it in.
Well, bit of a nightmare here for Robert Esch. In the first period, a lot of pucks bounced towards him. That was an end-over-end bouncer that handcuffed him.
About 3 times off the ice.
Nothing clean. And he wants something clean here to reestablish himself.
Tony Amati on a 2-line pass will draw the whistle. And a ferocious start for Tampa Bay. This has been their period in the playoffs. And they're doing it again. They've outscored the opposition 17-7 in the second.
This might have even been tipped by Tamander. The shot from LeCavalier looked like it might have grazed the top of the stick and gotten a little air under it. And then the last chance was a little end-over-ender. Hey, you know what? Tampa's just going to fire away.
Nothing to lose, and even if they lose, they get a second chance. Philadelphia doesn't. They must win this game to force a Game 7. Cleared around to Panasenkov. Pushed it by Hanzus to center. LeCavalier poke-checked away Markov. Back into the middle. Again, Panasenkov drove it up ice. Cleared out Malikov. Hanzus held the line. Pratt's but no, he didn't. That's going to be offside with the draw back to center.
Things chopping up here a little bit. More face-offs. Here's the play we were talking about moments ago. It was a deflection that bounced and bounced and bounced. Robert Esch wanted to have that die on his stick so he could squash it with his catching glove, but it bounced off the blade of his stick.
Looked like a basketball game. Shamnoff moving in to take the face-off. Shamnoff, 5 out of 7 face-offs in the first period, wins that one, and Tampa Bay immediately makes a line change. Recchi tipped it ahead. Dave Anderchuk. Anderchuk, the high pass off the wall, gloved ahead by Tamander. Back into the zone. Boyle comes back. Boyle and Sador defensively. Recchi up on the forecheck. The trap set up at center. Forces the turnover. Back to Tamander. Tamander wide. Recchi out there with Shamnoff. And Kapanen is playing that forward position. Richards, the intended. That's going to be whistled on an offside.
Well, with Vincent Lecavalier paving the way so far for the Tampa Bay Lightning. If Brad Richards can get involved, all of a sudden they'll be looking really good. Brad Richards has been really quiet in this game so far. But Brad Richards is the type of player who can remain quiet and all of a sudden explode. A lot like Lecavalier.
Who has done it here in this game. Sharp wins the faceoff for the Flyers. Move through center. Gavino on the backhand. Big pile up along the wall at center ice. So-called 4 lines. Number 4 lines out there. Brashier's pass bounces away. Sharp sends that in. Sharp has really played well when given a chance here in this series. He's going to earn some playing time for future seasons out of his work. There he is right there. Dropped it off to Venus, and as I say that, he leaves the pass for nobody in particular.
Trying for a cycle, but nobody else involved in the cycle.
Wada gets it away. Lugovic coming up. Lugovic leaves it. Wada shot. No, there wasn't one. Pitkanen cleared it around the near side. Jansson's got it. Both teams changing. Radovojevic partially blocked that time at center by Fedotenko. Cleared back to Cavalier off the wall. Fedotenko sweeps it into the corner by Jansson. Pitkanen came back to get it. Fedotenko blocked it. Jansson there to play. Can't get to it. St. Louis. St. Louis cycling down low with Fedotenko. The Cavalier trying to get set up in front. Back to the point. Saric picked away to the near side corner. Sador holds it in behind the net. The Cavalier between the legs. Got it away. Fedotenko, big battles going on along the wall here at St. Louis. Fedotenko flips it back to Lecavalier. Lecavalier looking, St. Louis cutting, centered, tried to bounce it, hit off Pitkanen. Flyers will move it out. Both teams need a line change. What a big play by Fedotenko. Wow. Into the corner doing battle with Markov. Shots are 5-0 this period in favor of Tampa Bay, and they've got the goal. One consistency in this series among many has been the first period outburst for Philadelphia and the second period goals by Tampa Bay. Kick back into the corner. Hanzu's coming back to get it. Boyle-Lonnie, Tony Amati. Stillman got in there. Boyle and Amati do battle. Hanzus with it. Hanzus got tied up, lost it. Moved out of the zone by Richard.
There's nobody open but guys with other colored jerseys on. The Tampa Bay Lightning collapse 5 down low. And when you try to walk it to the front, you better have the power of a guy like Keith Primo because you're not going to get there.
Hanzus with Amati already up ice. Leaves it for Leclaire. Leclaire shot wide off Javi Bulin. He reached out and let it go. Stillman in the middle, trying to flip it ahead. Flyers changing up behind the play. Tamander back to get it. We are tied at 2-2. The shots are even at 11-11. 13:37 left to go here in the second period. The Flyers win it. We get a Game 7 Saturday night. Tampa Bay wins it. They go to the finals against Calgary. Corey Sarge put the hit on. Sarge put the hit on again. Recchi and he were doing battle. Shamnoff reaching in. Dug it out. Shamnoff comes to the near side. His shot. That got blocked into the corner. Dumped a little deeper. Corey Sarge will come back again. Shamnoff has not had a goal in 9 games. He's had 3 assists in those games. The 23 for Philadelphia, who can score. Cleared back out to center by Taylor. Tamander knocked it down. Turned right back into Taylor. Dumped into the zone by Recchi. Javi Bulin thought about going up, but there came Kapanen. Kapanen who can fly. One of the fastest skaters in the NHL. Primo Primo turning to the middle. Anderchuk, the two captains were working against one another there.
Boy, Tampa Bay's way better down low in this period. They're sticking to their man-to-man coverage. They're not panicking. They're pushing people off the puck, and they're exiting their zone cleanly most of the time.
Bad pass by Primo, cleared up the near side. Here comes St. Louis alone. St. Louis with Lecavalier behind him. Rolled it into the middle, tried to get around to hit it and could not. That's Primo who picks it up. Esch was able to poke that away. Intended for Jeremy Roenick. Back comes Sador. Sador and Roenick. Roenick is playing after having had yet another concussion here in this series from a hit. Not playing as though it has had any effect. They're looking for Lecavalier, who's breaking down the near side, but he's near the end of his shift. Stillman is in the middle. Shot save made. Esch. Stillman goes into the net. Faceoff will come outside the zone.
Well, it's the time of year you better have a good luck charm around for Keith Primo. It's text messages.
Welcome back to Philadelphia. You know, when this playoff season started, Keith Primo's 3 children, ages 4, 6, and 8, learned how to send him text messages from the home computer to his cell phone. They did it the first 2 games they won. They lost the 3rd game. There was no messages, so he told his kids, you've got to send me messages. It's become a ritual. The one constant through all these messages on a game-by-game basis, they've all told him, Dad, you're the best. And there hasn't been many better than him in this, has there, guys?
The kids haven't been off the mark.
No, I mean, every kid would tell their dad that. In this case, they're right.
Cleared back up through center. The turnaround. Brad Richards deflected in by Modine. And a save made by Esch. Loose on the far side. Jesus was able to clear it out of there. Primo did something today, Bill. I found out between periods talking with the TV crews from Tampa Bay, because I don't think he said this in Philadelphia. They asked him yesterday in the off day whether or not he would guarantee a win. And he said, you know, I don't know what to say anymore. I just go out and do everything I can and try and do everything to get the other players to do the same. But on the Tampa Bay television stations, he told one of them, he said, I've already packed to go to Tampa. We are going to win. He told that to the Tampa Bay people. Then he's come out here and scored one of the 2 goals they've got. Jamnoff cleared back around. Nope. Jamnoff on the intercept. Holds it in the zone. Rucky tried to knock it out of the air. Cleared back deep into the corner. Dangerous keeping right there that worked for Markov. Sammy Kapanen trying to tiptoe through, couldn't get there. Richards will move it out. Richards, Modine in the middle. They'll dump it in wide. Esch just redirects a little bit. Malikov coming back to get it, tied up by St. Louis. St. Louis got it away to Modine. Modine looking. He's got Brad Lukowicz coming. Backhand shot, save, rebound, Lukowicz. Esch holds the fort.
Now it's Tampa Bay. Must be this end of the ice. This is where the Flyers kept taking it to the paint in the first period. And now Tampa Bay is absolutely alive in this game. And doing the smart things right here. Modine trying to get into the paint, trying to work a wraparound. Hopefully there would be a rebound for him. There was not on the play. Esch was able to squash the puck under his right pad.
It is this end, Bill. Philadelphia's had 1 shot in the last 12 minutes, 18 seconds. That's since the Primo goal that made it 2-1. The rest of it's been Tampa Bay piling it up, and Tampa Bay is now taking the advantage in shots, 13-11. Primo gets kicked out of there. Taylor will move in to take it. Busted to the point. Lukowicz will send it back into the corner. Flyers, Tampa Bay changing behind the play of Jeremy Roenick up for Primo. Anderchuk had a piece. Primo trying to send it in way offside. Whistle back the other way. 2-line
pass. Keith Primo tried to get a handle on it before the red line, but couldn't.
What a series. Every game, winner has changed. Home ice hasn't meant very much. Teams have played by periods and surges.
And that's what we haven't had in this game. The goals have been kind of spread apart, but multiple times in this series, multiple goals have been scored by both teams in what we call surges. John Tortorella referred to it as surges. We're not sure if anybody's going to have one or who it is, and the coaches can't tell when they're coming. We asked John Tortorella, can you tell when they're coming one way or the other? He said, I have no idea.
That has driven both of these coaches crazy. Here's Primo, puck checked away. Primo and Sador have become a couple here in the last 2 games. Cleared back on a big kick out that time by Anderchuk. Got to be played by Markov. Under 10 minutes left to go here in the second period in Philadelphia. What a tremendous hockey game this has been. Game 6. Overskated Sharp. St. Louis turning the Jets. He's got Lecavalier on the right. He's got 2 trailers. Lecavalier in. Shot. Save made by Esch. A great Game 6. Flyers, Tampa Bay, 2-2. Tampa Bay, the number 1 seed in the East. Philadelphia seeded 3rd. And what a series they have put together, and what a Game 6 so far. Great to have you with us. What a sports night in Philadelphia. The Dodgers are in town playing the Phillies, who have a 4-0 lead. The Phillies doing that game across the street. There's a children's show going on at the Spectrum, which is right next door. I mean, it is really busy. Betancourt drops it. St. Louis looking. Turned by Janssen. St. Louis. This is not a power play, by the way. Into the corner, Boyle, the defenseman, looking for St. Louis, cutting. It got blocked, cleared up, not out. Held in. Janssen intercepts. Janssen's got a chance. 3-on-2. Leaves it. Sammy Kapanen back in. Janssen save. Javi Bulin. And a left to the jaw. Off the face-off, right in on net. Javi Bulin clears it around the near side. Philadelphia coming back now with some physical presence. Hanzu's kicked it away. Got it back. Turns to the net. Poke checked away from him. Anderchuk moving it out of there. Dave Anderchuk sends it in wide. 8:46 left, second period. Markov drops it off. The big advantage, Tampa Bay, here in this second period.
And you can tell when they're on their game, because nothing from in front gets to Nikolai Khabibulin. If you're going to get a puck on him, you've got to get it at a sharp angle. Yes, the Flyers want to bank him off his chest for rebounds. Boy, I'll tell you what, you get it on the left side of his body, his glove has been awesome.
We told you, with a .945 save percentage coming into this game, he was tied 3rd all-time in save percentage in a playoff singles season. Nikolai Khabibulin. That number may go down a little tonight, depending on what happens here, but he's been spectacular when needs to be. But both of these goaltenders have not had good save percentages in this series. Khabibulin at .903, Esch at .896. You get under 9 in the playoffs, and you're one of the few down there. Played back by Sador. Cleared back in wide of the net. Here comes Richards, forcing Esch to bang it out. And he did. Kubina didn't wait long enough, and that's offside.
Well, Kubina just took a shot at Keith Primo. Gary, you mentioned that Sador and Keith Primo have been kind of married to one another in a matchup sense. It's because Pavel Kubina plays with Daryl Sador. That's really the matchup that John Tortorella wants. He wants to match some of the size Keith Primo brings with this guy, the biggest man in the series, at 6'4", 242. And so far in this hockey game, 9 of the 13 even strength shifts, Sador and Kubina, have been out there against Primo, which is pretty darn good, because on the road you don't get last change. They matched a lot in game 5 because Tampa was at home. But when you can get them out there 2/3 of the time, you're doing a good job.
Very tough. It was 21 out of 30 matchups in the last game. Tipped in offside. Boy, that was close. Tried to be held in by Dingman. Couldn't do it, though. He'll come back out the center.
Both teams really going with their pure fourth lines. There's Chris Dingman. Andre Waugh's out there. See that, though? He wants to change. John Tortorella. He wasn't doing the boogaloo behind the bench. He wants to change. Quick change.
Face off near side. Stay out. Seebeck wasn't played a lot with the fourth line. Shot Boyle wide of the net. Now they get the change immediately here. He didn't want that line out there. Sharp dumps it in. Cleared around Khabibulin.
What he wanted to do was get one of his better lines out there against the fourth lines in Philadelphia.
Radovojevic, that was a bad pass to nobody, and Tampa Bay got away with it as Radovojevic fired it over the net. Radovojevic has had an exciting series. 1 goal, 1 assist. 23-year-old has played very well from the Czech Republic. St. Louis knocked it down. Jamnov cleared it out. Jamnov got it back. Jamnov moves it in. He heads to the net. Shot.
Well, there is one Nikolai Khabibulin would like to have back. Sammy Kapanen, Mr. Versatility for the Philadelphia Flyers. I'm saying to myself, ho-hum, another sharp angle shot. This one right along the ice, right under Nikolai Khabibulin. He stayed on his feet, wondering whether it was going to be a pass to the front or a shot. By the time he made up his mind it was going to be a shot, it was too late. Very similar to the goal John LeClair scored on him in Game 2.
Kapanen, who's played both forward 9 games and defense 8, gets the goal, moving back to the forward position for this game. And the Flyers have, for the second time, a lead. This time it's 3-2. Sarich behind the net. Sarich from his knees up to Modine. Modine drops it off. Poke check. Stillman almost got it. Corey Stillman sends it in. Malakoff back to get it. 3 has been the magic number. Intercepted. Centered shot. Stillman blocked. And still in the zone. Richards redirected to Stillman to Richards. Richards springs it around the near side. He got taken down. Stillman over to Modine. The goal at 12:42. Kapanen second of the series, third of the playoffs. Jammed off the assist. We have had 5 even strength goals in this game. 1 coming in a 4-on-4. Sent in around the net by Sador. Esch held it up. 90% of the time in this year's playoffs, if you get 3 goals, you win. Primo charging. Abby Bullen played it around the wall. Tampa Bay trying to get the rush going. Johnson was there to intercept off Taylor. They've blocked into the seats by Anderchuk.
What a tense hockey game. The crowd is back in it again. Sami Kapanen, the man that has given him a 3-2 lead. Jamnov passed, he dished, and then he went for the net. And Nikolai Khabibulin was hardly set for the shot.
Boy, what a job he's been called to fill those 2 roles, and has done both. Cleared around, Jeremy Roenick stepped up. Sador hit him. Primo, the shot, gloved by Khabibulin. Would have been wide, but he got it. And a little pushing and shoving.
Billy Barber's the director of player personnel for the Tampa Bay Lightning. Billy, you spent just about your entire professional life here in Philadelphia. Does this series have a little more special meaning to you?
Well, it's a tough series. Obviously, I was with the Flyers for 30 years and had an opportunity to jump on board here with Tampa, and you move ahead with life. And it's been a great experience for us in Tampa here. The team's done such a great job, and we're hoping to advance here.
Appreciate your time, Billy. Good luck.
Thank you.
Guys?
30. Yep, 30 years, and I knew Billy would come with a classy non-answer.
Yep, and he did.
Yep.
In front, puck loose.
As he had to.
As he had to. Recchi almost got a chance on that. Pitkanen coming back to get it. Pitkanen and Johnson are teamed up. Johnson being their leading ice time man. Bounce back into the middle. Anderchuk trying to wave it down. Could not. Jamnov got it bounce away from him. Loose at center. Dugout. Sarich lost it. Tampa Bay gets onside over to Pratt. Pratt. He'll send it into the middle. Johnson knocks it down again. He'll move it up himself. The Flyers leading at 3-2. Trying to send it to a Game 7 Saturday night, Tampa Bay. Near side, St. Louis looking. St. Louis with Tampa Bay changing, waiting for help. Goes back behind the net. He'll just leave it there. Fedotenko came back. Fedotenko working with Brad Lukowich, who ended up there behind the net. Looking, Fedotenko, Lukowich, Primo. Pitkanen's lost his stick. Sent it for St. Louis cutting. Recchi alive. St. Louis took the puck away even after Recchi won the bump.
How did he do that?
Just reached in and grabbed it. In front, shot, score! Fedotenko, the former Flyer, is eating up Philadelphia. It is 3-3.
Boy, I'll tell you what, little Marty St. Louis is the shortest guy that's in the lineup for either team tonight. Look at this. Mark Recchi took him and looked like he was headed out of the zone. St. Louis reached in and picked his pocket. Meanwhile, Joni Pitkanen was struggling without a stick. It finally came right out to the slot. Pitkanen had regained his stick, but it deprived him of some coverage in front. High off the shoulder of Robert Esch. Change of direction on the point of attack, and Ruslan Fedotenko has tied it. The Tampa Bay Lightning are 11-0 in the playoffs when they score 3 or more goals.
Amazing. Well, we know one thing. That 90% number is going to hold up in this game. If you score 3 goals, you win. Well, they both got 3 goals, and Steve Lee's going to win.
15 seconds.
4:30 left to go in the period. Roll back to center. Here comes Brad Richards. We're tied at 3-3. This is what it's all about. Modine turned, fell down, lost it, and then made sure he got a trip on there to get Leclerc down. They clear the zone. Stillman will bat it in. 15-15. Fedotenko gets his 4th goal of this series and his 7th of the playoffs. Anderchuk and St. Louis get the assist. Fedotenko Passed by as the Flyers decided they could let him go. And boy, is he putting on a show against his former team. That goes up and into the netting, and there it will be whistled. Let's check in with John and Barry. Thanks, guys. There you see the numbers for Fedotenko. Fedotenko involved in the deal that brought Pitkanen, a draft pick, to the Philadelphia Flyers.
And Gary, he's a guy that paid his dues. He started in the U.S. Junior League for the Sioux City Musketeers, played sometime with the Trenton Titans of the ECHL, moved to the Philadelphia Phantoms, finally to the NHL, and now a fixture. After being a fourth-line player early in the season, he fixtured with Le Cavalier in St. Louis.
There's a puck that bounces away. Gagne's got a chance. Sador trying to cut the angle. Primo going to the net. Save made by Javi Bulin.
Gagne could have cut that to the middle and for some reason stayed along the wall.
Perhaps he was hoping Primo was going to get there.
Well, it's really hedging your bets a little too much. See right there, he settled the puck and stopped. Instead of taking a stride towards the face-off dot and letting a big slap shot rip for a Primo rebound, he was gambling that Primo would be able to outleg the defender and be wide open. And I'll tell you what, I bet you it's a play he'd like over again. He's shaking his head now.
Face-off will come to the right of Javi Bulin. Won by Tampa Bay, cleared around the boards. Commander on Corey Stillman couldn't get it away from him. Le Cavalier scored the first goal, first period. Gagne and Primo gave Philadelphia a 2-1 lead. Le Cavalier scored his second goal 45 seconds into this second period to tie it. Kapanen got a goal to give Philadelphia the lead. Now it's tied again on the goal by Fedotenko. Save made by Esch on the point shot by Boyle. Commander cleared it up the wall and it goes onto the bench. Face off back into the zone. Tremendous series and a worthy game of the Stanley Cup playoffs. Attempted clear, St. Louis blocked it. Second time Malakoff got it off the boards to Gagne. Broken stick, Le Cavalier gets one off the bench as he went by. Chipped just out of the zone by Markov. Primo in a collision with Sador. Sador's pass intercepted and Markov will get it back. Markov having trouble controlling. Here comes Fedotenko. Fedotenko takes a glove to the face, but he held the puck in and a penalty coming, and it's on Markov for that stick face wash.
Well, he came up high with the lumber. He sure did on Fedotenko. Fedotenko put out his hand.
55! 2 minutes high stick!
High stick on Danny Markov.
Flyers penalty number 55, Danny Markov, 2 minutes for high sticking. Time,
oh my gracious.
13 seconds. Danny Markov fires.
There was a no call on Keith Primo and Daryl Sador moments before that, but Danny Markov came up high. That at this stage of a hockey game is an awful penalty. An awful penalty.
Tampa Bay's power play has been red hot, high sticking, 17-13. This is the first power play Tampa Bay's had. They got 3 power play goals in the last game. Richards sends it back to Fedotenko. Fedotenko over to Dave Anderchuk. Anderchuk, the all-time leading scorer, power play shot, score! Fedotenko! And what a pass by Anderchuk! And it is 4-3 Tampa Bay.
Just like that. The one thing that you could not afford, a bad penalty against a red-hot power play. Those are the ones you generally pay for. And Ruslan Fedotenko has made it a 4-3 hockey game. The first time in this tilt that Tampa Bay has had the lead. What a pass from Dave Anderchuk. Bad coverage by the Flyers. A nice little seam that was found by Fedotenko right there. Well done. Mattias Tomander was on the far side of the post. He never saw Fedotenko sneak back out front. And Dave Anderchuk threaded the needle first, and then Fedotenko threaded it up high. Boy, can he get the puck up quickly. Both of his goals, he has really threaded the needle up high on Esch.
That is 8 power play goals in this series. 8 for 24. Philadelphia now down. Shot. Bulin reaches out on the Primo chance. 2:10 to go in the second period. The power play goal at 17:33. Fedotenko from Anderchuk and Richards.
Nikolai Khabibulin has been eating everything to his left with the big trapper. That shot from Keith Primo, no exception.
Bill, we were talking about surges. That's 2 goals now in 2 minutes and 18 seconds, and 2 goals on the last 3 shots put up by Tampa Bay.
Exactly the kind of surge we were talking about.
That's what's happened in this series for and against both teams. Gagne, block, shot, wide. Gagne on a rebound. Batted side of the net with a high stick by Anderchuk. It'll be touched by the Flyers, so no whistle, and it's cleared. Flyers almost tied it back up again. Janssen on the touch.
And Ken Hitchcock coming back with Joni Pitkanen for his offense. The Keith Primo line with Jeremy Roenick and Simon Gagne. Gagne's shot was low and wide. Javi Bulin was trying to get back up to his feet when the shot came by and surprised him. Good play by Dave Anderchuk. You just want to get the puck out of there. You don't care if there's a whistle. If it goes to one of your teammates after you touch it with a high stick, just get it out of there.
Keep in mind the Dave Anderchuk story. Anderchuk has never won a cup. He has never even been to the finals. And he has played more games than any other player in the history of the NHL without a cup. He's got a chance to get to the Stanley Cup Finals if Tampa Bay can win here in this game. Backed in front. Javi Bulin watching, trying to find it. Rolls through the top. He reached out and helped to clear along with Pratt. Leclaire in the corner, leveled by Pratt. Kicked away Richards. Radivojevic got it off the dasher. Pratt putting the hold on. Richards came in to get it. Just trying to get it out through the middle and did. Moved out by Corey Stillman. A minute to go in the period. Stillman room shot. Off the glove and wide. Markov drops it back for Malakoff. Boy, would that have been a backbreaker. Radivojevic dumps it ahead for Hanzus. He gets stood up by Brad Lukowich. Cleared around hard by Boyle. Held in at the point. Commander's shot into the middle. Bunch of players hit that. The player trying to hold it in did. Boyle will chase it down behind the net. 32 seconds remaining. Janssen at center. Fedotenko is on him. Recchi goes wide side. Dumped back in by Tamander. Left. Brad Lukowich the flip. Fedotenko not able to clear. Whistle.
High stick.
High stick. Knocked down with a high stick.
Well, there's nothing sweeter than coming back to a team that has traded you and doing this. Ruslan Fedotenko has scored the last 2 goals of this hockey game. His second one on a power play. And the Tampa Bay Lightning will go into the 3rd period with a 4-3 lead. And the Flyers have lost their last 16 consecutive playoff games when trailing at the end of 2.
Cleared back out by Tamander, ahead by Kubina. Knocked down by Sador. In the series, the first 5 games, we had 1 lead change. We have had 2 in this game tonight. The Tampa Bay Lightning have never gone to the Stanley Cup Finals. If they beat Philadelphia in the 3rd period, they're going. Tampa Bay's up by a score of 4-3. The shots, 19-16 in favor of Tampa Bay. Javi Bulin the saves when needed, and the goals, Fedotenko, 2 of them, 4-3. And now the Flyers obviously are going to give you the period of their season. Now Anderchuk and Brashear are dancing. The start of every period, Brashier's had a dance with somebody. Bottom of your screen, that's Anderchuk and Brashear, the captain of Tampa Bay. Brashier's been put out there by Ken Hitchcock to start each of the periods. We are underway in the 3rd. Tampa Bay looking to move to the Stanley Cup Finals for the first time ever. If they can win 1 more period. Philadelphia wants a game 7. And let's check in with Joe Micheletti as Corey. Wait a minute. Corey Sarge down.
He got clipped up high with the stick. Branko Radivojevic was trying to outrace him to the puck, and Radivojevic went for a 1-hand stick lift and missed. Corey Sarge is going to have a hamburger for a face here before this series is over. No penalty, I don't believe. No, there is no penalty called. Here comes Radivojevic. Watch the stick come up. He actually whacked with 1 hand on his stick. He whacked Saric's stick, and his own stick went up the shaft of Saric's right under his face. Look at Corey Saric's eyes. Can we see him here? I mean, he could be auditioning for the role as Rocky Raccoon right about now.
Appropriate to note at this point, the Tampa Bay officialdom between periods absolutely, I mean, livid with the officiating in this game. They believe Philadelphia is getting away with bloody murder, and they have the 4-3 lead in the game. Kubina drops it off. Flipped ahead by LeCavalier into the zone. Malakoff came back to get it. Malakoff turning it into the middle. Trying to hit Primo, who was cutting. Got deflected back into the zone. Markov moved it up to the line. Good play by Martin St. Louis to get it away. Back it came to Markov. And Markov will bring it up, or try. They change up, Tampa Bay does. Primo lost it at center, swept it in. They were way offside, though. Joe Micheletti, you're not cut, are you?
Hello, guys.
You okay?
I'm all right.
All right, down to Joe.
Okay, appreciate it, guys. The Flyers going into this period, they told their team a couple of things after that second period. To get back to what they were doing in the first period, that's staying wide and going to the net hard and getting shots, instead of using those draw passes. And you two have talked all series long about how you can't turn the puck over. They did in that second period. They're going to try and eliminate that here in the third.
Got to do that. Tampa Bay gets it out of there. Shots are 19-16 in favor of Tampa Bay.
Drop passes and turnovers are bad against most teams. They're suicide against the Tampa Bay Lightning. That's how good Tampa's counterattack is.
Richards moves that one into the middle. Hill got it in wide on a pass to Modine. Modine's had a tremendous series, although quiet in this game. Brad Lukovich held that one in. Modine has been a leader offensively for this team in the playoffs, as he has picked up 6 goals, 9 assists. He's a goal and 3 assists in this series coming into tonight's game.
But it's been the LeCavalier line with St. Louis and Ruslan Fedotenko. All 4 goals. 2 for Fedotenko, 2 for LeCavalier.
They have done the damage. They've turned to their expected offensive stars. Andzus takes the hit. Into the corner, puck loose. Seebeck held his arms up. Commander dumped it back. Jansson's got it.
Good fourth line shift here for Tampa Bay. What you want to do is get out there, crash, bang, forecheck, make it an energy shift. And Waugh and Dingman and Seabach did just that.
They have done that. Got the turnover. Pratt waiting for line mates on the ice. It'll be flipped in by Dingman, and Tampa Bay will complete a change. Vetkinen coming back to get it. A rookie defenseman, a little trouble handling, but got it out through center. Ronald Brashear out, sends it in on net. Nikolai Khabibulin to Sidor. Sidor turning it hard to the wall. Stick up again on him over there. That was Brashear who was behind him. Turned near side Dave Anderchuk. Brashear came all the way across and got him. Primo had that shot blocked into the corner. Cavino went down on the ice. Right back into the zone.
Primo's chance there was absolutely a result of Donald Brashear being just a madman in the forecheck with 2 big hits, 1 on each side, Sidor and then Anderchuk.
You saw the sprawling Brock right there. Craig Ramsey, who runs the defense on the bench over there for Tampa Bay. I was talking with him tonight. I said, do you approve of the players going down and to block shots because you do so much of it? He says, we don't approve of it, but we allow our guys to make that decision out on the ice. We know it happens, and we don't tell them not to do it.
They just don't encourage it.
Yeah. Most teams, a lot of teams will say, don't do it. Tampa Bay, not so. Fedotenko gets tripped up by Recchi. Got a stick underneath him. Brother Malakoff did. Cleared around for Gagne near side. Intercepted by Boyle. Back for LeCavalier. LeCavalier saw the hit coming. Tried to stand up on Commander. Gagne. Stillman moves him back. Played by Jansson. LeCavalier a shot on him.
How about LeCavalier? I'll tell you what, I thought Game 5 was his most physical game ever. I think he's been more physical here since this game has turned.
Boyle had the shot blocked right in front of him by Gagne. LeCavalier has just answered the bell from the second half of the season on and has picked his play up here in this series. Stillman guns that one in. Esch couldn't stop it. Over to get it, Brad Richards. Richards trying to dump it back. Markov to Richards. Here's Commander. Commander for Philadelphia. Commander reversing direction on it. Markov on the near side. Markov got it into the middle. Hands loose to Kapanen. Kapanen has got a goal over for Recchi. Mark Recchi turns the Jets. Puck went down. Recchi all the way around. Backhander blocked into the corner. That was Richards who got a stick on it. Brad Richards moved up. Couldn't get that one from the point. Commander. His chance went through. Save made. Khabibulin.
Oh, that was a rocket.
Markov held it in the zone as the D pinching for Philadelphia. Sarge could not move it. Modine will come back to get it. 2 4-checkers in Flyers. At the point, Commander tried to body it and went by.
And you won't see the Flyers D-men pulling out at the blue line. No way. They're going to stand in on every attempted clear by Tampa Bay.
Commander lost it. Deflected into the corner. Fedotenko had the chance. Taylor short side. And it's off the side of the net. Ash held the short side. Primo drops it off. Commander's got it. 14:55 to go in the third. Loose at center ice. Philadelphia changing. Down the middle, Leclerc tried to get through, could not. Played around by Afanasenkov, went through Kavina. Held in. Pitkanen dumped it. Tony Amati, Leclerc, Primo. Primo in front of the net. Pitkanen dumps it there. Again blocked Kavina. Amati's got it. Amati takes the hit of Afanasenkov. Off the wall, Dave Anderchuk. Anderchuk and Primo tied up. Held in again. That one ripped wide by Leclerc, not on net. Played back at center by Malakoff. Malakoff from the red line. Another block. Pitkanen. Long shift. Center. Got it into the middle all the way through. Pitkanen still out there in the ice. Pitkanen was trying to get off. Couldn't get to the bench. Played by Sador. Sador moves it up the near side boards. They get it back into the middle. Roy sends it in. Ash held that one up. The flip back out to center. Philadelphia trying to get a line change done here. Sent into the middle. Jamnov. Big save made. Jamnov sent sprawling. Cleared back up and out of the zone. Dingman got it out of there. Jamnov through the middle. Javi Bulin had a big third period in the last game, and it's starting that way again. Off the near side, Boyle trying to get it to Dingman. Markov stepped up to hold it in again. Dingman pushed it into the middle and gets it back. Dingman to the red line. Down he goes. Markov diving underneath him, lost his helmet. And an offside call. Nobody wants the bad penalty here. The physical play of Vincent Lecavalier. A look at it when we come back.
Vincent Lecavalier, a physical presence, something new for him. At this juncture in his career, he has elevated his play. Last couple of shifts, all physical. As coach John Tortorella said, he was better in the Montreal series than he has been in this series. That was 2 games ago. He said, but he will answer the challenge in this series as well. So far, John Tortorella is right on the money.
Lecavalier answering at both ends of the ice. Out there to take a face-off. It'll be won by Primo.
Yeah, and oh, by the way, Lecavalier also has 2 goals in this game.
Yes. Move back into the middle. Malakoff brings it in. Malakoff a shot. A quick one off the blocker. Primo trying to get a shot up, but St. Louis picked his stick up. Dumped back behind the net. Philadelphia. In front. Gagne could not get a shot, and it's clear.
How about that defensive play by St. Louis?
St. Louis with an obvious advantage size-wise, still able to reach in and move it. Down on the ice, Gagne flips it wide side. Primo trying to turn on Sador. There they are again. Philadelphia down by 1. 12:44 left to go in the third period of a must-win game for the Flyers. Markov looking. He'll send it in. Went right under Stillman's stick, but wide. Richards cleared it up for Stillman. Knocked down Primo. Cleared right back out. Chance for the odd man rush here. 3-on-2. Philadelphia changing. They get in. Shot wide of the net. Stillman was going to wind up and take it, but the puck never got to him. Blocked by Hanzus. Hanzus moves it the other way. Sammy Kapanen. Kapanen saves underneath Hanzus.
Tried it again. Worked once in the second period. Why not now?
Give it a whirl. Stillman cleared it up the wall. Held in by Janssen. Moved by Modine, but not out. Kavina. Hanzus, and it's cleared. Brad Richards knocked it down over there. Tampa Bay will make a line change. Commander on the near side. Dumped along the wall. Boyle coming back to get it. Third period shots. Philadelphia. After Tampa Bay had him in the second. Back through the middle. Nobody there. Lecavalier twice. Fedotenko twice for Tampa Bay in the goals. Philadelphia. Gagne. Primo. Kapanen. Behind the net. Bullock. Fedotenko. Afanasenkov. This line has been good. Third back up the near side. Dave Anderchuk, the man on the middle in this.
This line's going to have to be really good now, Gary, because they are the defensive stoppers for Tampa Bay. Tim Taylor in the middle with Anderchuk and Afanasenkov.
There's a 9-iron that didn't get out. Shot wide by Amati, who got it all. Malakoff able to hold it into the corner. They come back to Pitkanen at the point. His shot, that one high. It was a Cavalier sliding on the ice, and it came to center offside.
It is going to take great sacrifice for the Tampa Bay Lightning now, and everybody has to be involved, including their little dynamo, Marty St. Louis. Moments ago in front of Javi Bulin, he came in and just stripped Gagne of the puck before Gagne could get a shot away. Great body position. He lifted Gagne's stick, then he separated Gagne from the puck and used his own body to shield the puck from Gagne.
Sacrifice given. Shot in, save made. Melikov, Habibulin there. Pratt clears it around the near side. Simon Gagne. Stick picked up with Primo. Clear it again. Pratt's the man who got there defensively. Melikov holds it in. Jeremy Roenick shot. Hit Corey Sarge. Primo back. Sarge behind the net. It came off the dasher. He got hit by Gagne. Gagne gets the puck. Primo shot. Deflected up in the air. Corey Sarge was the man moving in front of him. Got between Habibulin and Primo. Sarge clears it out of the zone. Johnson back to get it. 10:30 to go. Off the wall near side Primo. Primo moved it in. The takedown by Corey Sarge. Cleared up and out. Sarge playing a big game for Tampa Bay and starting to eat up some ice time again as he did in the last game. Dumped into the zone. Both teams were changing. Kubina hit the player. Could have been tuning in on the ice.
He played it intentionally. It should have been called.
No call on it. Markov coming back to get it. Markov back for Pitkin in his own end. Off the far side. You want to know who the coaches trust most in a game on their team? With under 10 minutes to go in the third period of a must-win game, you're going to find out right now for both of these clubs.
Gary John Tortorella trusts everybody. He's got his fourth line out there. They're going off now. Digman's still out there. Andre Waugh and Seabach.
He's done it all year. He refuses to change it up. Intercepted. Modine shot. Missed it high and into the netting. May have hit the glove. Look at that chance in the final 10 minutes of the third period. Time to bring out Rocky.
A turnover for the Flyers here led to the Frederic Modine scoring chance that Robert F. made a sensational save on. Nicked it with the glove and put it up into the screen. But unfortunately for Robert F. and the Flyers, he has not made enough sensational saves to have this anything other than a one-goal deficit right now.
Melikov cleared it around. 9:30 left to go. Here's Recchi. Recchi sends it in behind the net. Nikolai Habibulin misplayed. Kapanen drops it back again in front. Jamnoff. Habibulin didn't misplay that one. And he covers it up.
No, he sure didn't. Boy, he was square and ready, and Jamnoff went high on the shot, and it nailed Habibulin right in the chest, I think. But when the point of attack changes instantaneously from here to here, and the shot is coming, boy, you got to get over there quickly. Habibulin had to hustle because I think he believed the play was coming out the other side.
He was pulling that left leg in.
It's about reading, never losing sight of the puck, and being able to adjust when that point of attack changes from behind you to in front of you.
31-year-old, 26 wins, 21 losses, playoff history. This year, 11-3. Markov knocked it away and picks it up. Off the near side, Commander back for Markov. Jeremy Roenick out there with Gagne and Primo. Puck checked away, Anderchuk. There again is that big reach of Dave Anderchuk. Commander takes it back in behind the net. Anderchuk, so tall and such a long stick. Many players think they've gotten around him, and the next thing they know, the puck's going the other way. Primo, good move, centered right through the paint. Gagne picks it up. LeCavalier sends it high. Primo knocked it down. Primo looking in front. Shot. Habibulin again, a save on Jeremy Roenick. Kubina trying to clear. Roenick knocked it down. Comes back and finds it. Roenick still there. Kubina had it. Lost it again. Big battles in the corner. Primo from Gagne sends it in. Habibulin will cover and hang on. Cleared back to Johnson on the draw. Johnson in shot. Save Habibulin at the last second.
I don't think he saw it. If he did, it must have changed directions.
Loose again along the red line. Tampa Bay now really having to weather the surge as the Flyers, with only 8 minutes to go in the third period, just hammering away. Leclair. Tampa Bay's got a 4-3 lead. Leclair blocked by Corey Sarge. Hanzus goes the other way with it. Leclair. Pratt's on him. Pratt and Leclair do battle on the wall. John Leclair got it away. Nobody in front of the net at the moment. Melikov hit it in. That got blocked again. Brad Richards picks it up. Richards Dumps it into the corner. Fedosenkov racing for it. Esch got it away to Malakoff up the wall. Malakoff could not get to it in time to clear the zone. Flip back. Boyle will get it. Boyle drops it. Lukovich's shot goes off the back of the net. Again, the fourth line for Tampa Bay's back out there. Wisła coming along the wall doing battle. Cleared back up for Zhamnov.
And what this means is John Tortorella feels that these guys won't hurt him defensively.
Here comes Recchi. Recchi, a shot blocked. It was wide, but Khabibulin takes care of it anyway.
He's been a human vacuum cleaner with his catching glove. Anything to the left side of his body, and it has been sucked into the vacuum bag. Khabibulin on a play a couple of minutes ago. Shot from the point. Any traffic there? He picked it up coming out of traffic and had to flash the pad to the right. Watch this from our Southwest Airlines goal cam. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Still think it might have changed directions. That's how quick he is with his pads.
He is on right now. Face off, Jeremy Roenick. Won it back to the point. Markov tried to step up, left the puck. Gets tied up over there and cleared out of the zone. St. Louis. St. Louis moving it in. He's got a trailer. He drops it, heads to the net. Shot, the save made by Esch. Left it for Tim Taylor. In front. Shot, Taylor, rebound. Covered up and won by Markov. 2-3 chances for Tampa Bay.
And because they tried to put the puck back into play.
How about Primo? A little slash right there, trying to get the stick on a Khabibulin.
A big
for a penalty.
Big slash.
Cleared back up the wall. Fans want balls and not getting them 3-on-2 the other way, maybe. Left, St. Louis in. Martin St. Louis a backhander. Save made. Esch dropped it. Picking and played it off the boards. Both teams trying to get line changes done here. Long shifts. Markov drops it off. 6:17 left to go and counting. Tampa Bay with a win will go to the finals against Calgary. Philadelphia intercept Khabibulin. It got blocked by Pratt. Khabibulin with a huge mistake.
He only got away with it because he put it under Radivojevich's backhand.
Kekkonen deflected to the near side. Played by Radivojevic. Radivojevic coming to the bottom. Handzus back there with him. Handzus picks it up. Fedotenko had the hit. Fedotenko. Handzus coming. Lost the puck. Handzus shot. Hit the outside of the net. And Khabibulin covers. And it's only going to heat up with 5:44 to go and Tampa Bay leading by 1. Over 19,000 and the Orange Crush trying to have an impact. Their Flyers down by 1. Face off, Zhamnov won it. Janssen's got it to the point. Malkov a shot. Save made. Khabibulin. Rebound. Zhamnov under the pad and then behind the net. Boyle tied up. Zhamnov knocked it away. Came back to Anderchuk. Cleared it up and out of the zone. Janssen. Big time hits on a Fedosenko at center. Chased down by Malakoff. Third period, you see the scoring chances and shots. Flyers have come back here in the third, but not a goal. Zhamnov off the glass high. Boyle. Sammy Kapanen all over him. Recchi trying to knock it away. Sticks up. Poke checked into the corner. Recchi. Richards down on the ice. Cleared back the other way. Not out of the zone, though. Flyers putting tremendous pressure on Janssen. He was outside the zone. And Hitchcock's Flyers. John Tortorella's Tampa Bay Lightning. In a series that has just bounced back and forth, not only game to game, but period to period.
And this game has been the greatest seesaw battle of the series. The question is for Philadelphia, can it saw back the other way?
They're only one down from tying this thing up. It'll be flipped away and into the zone by Fedosenkov, racing with Markov. Puck against the wall. Markov protecting. Fedosenkov just took it away. Shot right through the top on a turnaround chance. Davina held it in. Dumped around the boards. Dave Anderchuk. Anderchuk couldn't control. Roenick brings it out. Roenick with Gagne. Roenick in. Roenick back out. Thought he was going to be offside, and it is.
It was. He brought it across the blue line if for only a split second. But Gagne was off.
And he shot that puck up into the Tampa bench and got a long stare from the linesman over there. Just frustration, understandably so. 4:32 to go, and you're down a goal in a must-win game.
Tampa Bay Lightning, though, are 4 minutes and 32 seconds away from complete arrival as a franchise. They will get to go to the Stanley Cup Finals if they can weather the storm.
Leonardi had it, lost it, got it back, sends it deeper into the corner. Saric, Hanzus shot, again blocked and cleared.
But that's going to be right on Esch, no icing.
Break for Tampa Bay. Malakoff's got to come back to get it. Keep in mind this Tampa Bay team is 21st in payroll. Philadelphia's payroll 4th highest in the league. Calgary was 19th. You could have a Stanley Cup Finals with the 19th and 21st payrolls. And Tampa Bay has tried to make a point about that all year. That the league needs to get with it about building from within. And they would like nothing better than to say, look, we made it on $33 million, 21st payroll, and we're in the finals. And we built it from within. It's a point Barber, who we talked with earlier, Joe Micheletti did. Bill Barber's made repeatedly this year. That's what we're trying to do, and we want the rest of the league to follow us.
Vincent Lecavalier, really raised on a hockey silver spoon. Their line has been awesome. First overall in '98, got into the NHL as an 18-year-old with a big salary. Marty St. Louis, never drafted, 3 years in the minors. They have come to this point through different paths and following different roads, but the destination was always the same. They wanted to get to the Stanley Cup Finals and win a Stanley Cup, and they're .333 away from getting there.
And continuing to play their very steady, solid game. Commander back, that will be an icing call, and that's something Tampa Bay cannot afford to do for the Flyer faceoff men.
The big line for Tampa Bay, Vincent Lecavalier. He accounted for the first 2 goals. One of his wingers, the ex-Flyer Ruslan Fedotenko. He picked up the next 2 goals. All 4 goals scored by the one line.
Lecavalier, Fedotenko, 2 goals each. Anderchuk, St. Louis, 2 assists. Primoz 1-1 tonight. Gagne and Kapanen the other goals for the Flyers. 3:27 remaining on the clock. Neither team has used their 30-second timeout. Face-offs in favor of the Flyers, who have been a much better face-off team all season. Jamnov trying to tie it up. That time was Taylor, couldn't do it. Jamnov won it. Ricky back up under the point. They send it in front. Just blocked by a ton of people. Nabi Bullen holding the fort again. Fedotenko trying to get through the traffic. That one set right back in wide. Malakoff. That was close. Blocked off the far side wall. 3:05 left to go. Jamnov back over to Recchi. Shot in the corner. Had that one dropped. Taylor came over trying to get it. Couldn't. Back in behind the net. Recchi still looking. Off the wall. Deflected. And again, Tampa Bay just wants to clear. Fedotenko got it out of there. Markov back. Both teams changing. The clock now. Philadelphia also battles that. Commander got it through the middle. Radivojevic had it blocked. Lukowicz, and it's offside.
Boy, the Flyers have cost themselves with 3 offsides in the last 3 minutes. This was a team that was built to win the Stanley Cup. 2 minutes and 37 seconds from now, their off-season will begin. The Tampa Bay Lightning built their season slowly but surely, and after Christmas kept coming on until they won the Eastern Conference regular season title with the most points.
Cavalier brings it into the zone. St. Louis cutting, blocked by Commander. St. Louis reaching in on him. Commander turned it out to center. He'll gun it in hard along the wall to the near side. Jeremy Roenick, Gagne, Roenick in the corner with St. Louis. Book checked away by Taylor. Dubina came in to help. Dubina trying to push it away. Had it blocked, taken down by Roenick, and I mean there is no sledding. Hooking, holding, hanging, slashing. It all goes with 2:07 to go. Gagne takes the hit. Roenick, Primo moved in to help. 2 minutes left to go in the third period. Tampa Bay leading at 4-3. All the scoring coming in the first 2 periods. Primo got it away to Commander. A shot. Primo! Score!
Look at this play. It started in the corner. You talk about hand-to-hand combat. finally on this play, Martin St. Louis will make a hand pass to Dave Andrechuk. Up the boards, right there. It went by Andrechuk to Tamander. His shot got by Hobby Bullen, went off to the one side, and Keith Primo danced out to the empty side and has dramatically tied this game at 4.
What a game. A minute 38 left to go. Game tied at 4-4. Sammy Kapanen stole it. Recchi over to get it. Recchi back for Kapanen. Kapanen trying to turn it to the front. Did it in the middle. Blocked and poked away. Moving back up Modine. Modine got it out of there. Trying to go across ice with it. Corey Stillman leaves it. Down the middle. Richards a shot and a save made. Oh, it's cleared back out. We are not done yet in this. Flyers changing. Teddy Amani into the zone. Saric back. The goal at 18-11. The fourth of the series for Primo in the ninth this playoff year. Tamander the assist. We continue. Saric chasing it down. Under a minute to go in the period. Amani's up. Teddy Amani. Corey Saric lost it. Amani got it. Amani heading to the front. Shot. Side of the net. Still loose. Pratt. Amani heading with a stick. Cleared back up and out of the zone. Cavalier couldn't handle. Markov came over to get it. The Cavalier's deep in the zone. Tampa Bay changing. Sador will chase it down behind the net. Sador up for Kubina. Kubina not at the red. Still sends it in. Blocked. Here comes Primo. Plenty of time left. Primo heads to the front of the net. As does Gagne. Blocked by Hobby Bullen, and he hangs on to Roenick's shot.
Keith Primo right back out after tying the game. Dish to Jeremy Roenick. And if there's one place you are not going to beat Nikolai Hobby Bullen in this game, it's right there to the glove. But Jeremy Roenick had to miss the defenseman to get the shot away. But the Flyers have a face-off. Before we end this game in regulation, there is still the matter of a face-off deep in Tampa's zone. And there is a timeout now that has been called by Philadelphia. Another look at the goal. St. Louis with a hand pass that went by Andrechuk. Primo actually had it go off his toe through the crease by Hobby Bullen, and he was able to get to his own puck before Hobby Bullen knew where it was. Look at this. How quickly did Keith Primo dance around the net?
Somebody asked me, has a player ever won the Conn Smythe for the MVP of the playoffs and not made it to the finals? I said no, but boy, if anybody's ever going to get it, Primo's putting on a show, and hey, they may be in the finals anyway.
He's got 2 more goals now in the playoffs than he had in the entire regular season.
Just an unbelievable run for him. He had 9 playoff goals in 110 games. He's got 8 in 17 this season.
Boy, this is interesting. Dave Andrechuk's a right-hand shot. That's usually Tim Taylor's side to take him, and Roney takes a shot. That almost gets it.
Their side almost had it. Off the wall with 19 seconds left. Primo's chance gets blocked. Moved out of the zone by Dave Andrechuk. On the bounce, Taylor will send it in. Held on to Esch behind the net, leads it. 8-7 counting down here in the third period. Flyers coming back to tie this up. The 17th overtime game of the playoffs is going to be right here tonight. And this game goes to overtime. Welcome back, everybody. Along with Bill Clement, Joe Micheletti, and our crew here in Philadelphia. There's the man who, for this series in particular, has just put the Flyers on his back and said, come on along, boys, and enjoy the ride.
Ken Hitchcock was waiting to see who John Tortorella would start here in overtime, and it turns out to be Tortorella's checking line. He still has come with Keith Primo. Forget about holding Keith Primo back to go against Le Cavalier and St. Louis. Let's get this thing won.
Primo won the draw. The next goal wins. If Tampa Bay gets it, they go to the Stanley Cup Finals. Philadelphia gets it. We go back to Tampa for a Game 7. Cleared back up to the point. Janssen sends it back into the corner. Jeremy Roenick. Primo and Gagne out there in this line. Kubina reached for it. Got it away to center. Taylor dished off. Heads to the middle. Shot. That one missed on the short side of Panasenko with it. Held in. Sador. Taylor behind the net. Taylor with Janssen on him. Left the puck in the corner. If Panasenko does battle. Comes back to Malakoff. There are no TV timeouts in overtime. So you watch for the flow. Line changes, they have to be very careful. They don't get that TV break, which you get during the first 3 periods. And that makes a difference. Played into the corner, Recchi the hit, came away with a puck. Recchi left it in the middle, shot got blocked. Cleared out of there, Fedotenko blocked it. Back on side, Kapanen with it, moves it in. Kapanen for the Flyers, trying to get a little room. Can't find it. Lukovic took him down. Kapanen, though, got up, protected that puck long enough so that Jamnok could come in and get it. Moved away by Kapanen up the wall. They go to the point. Markov, the big windup. Blocked a bit by Lecavalier, who heads up ice. Lecavalier off the wall. Couldn't play. That's Tampa Bay. Doesn't matter when, doesn't matter the score, doesn't matter the game.
Whenever the puck is coming up one wall, if Lecavalier is not along that side, he is gone, waiting for somebody to get the puck to him.
It has been the key word for Tampa Bay all year. Go. You ask Tampa Bay what they're all about. Go.
And don't think, just do. John Tortorella undoubtedly reminded his guys of that in the locker room before overtime here. Don't think, just do.
Corey Sarge trying to gun it in. Had it blocked. He holds up Amati so he can't get going. Cleared back the other way, Malakoff to Handzus. Handzus got tied up by Brad Richards.
And the way the refs, I think, have appropriately let these guys fight it out. It's going to have to be manslaughter before a penalty's called.
Leclaire dumped it into the middle. Played off the near side wall. And not out. Handzus chasing Leclaire the puck. Corey Stillman trying to give it away. Leclaire poke checked away by Corey Sarge. For Philadelphia. Leclaire, the shot, blocked again. Rebound shot just went wide. Oh, what a chance down low Jeremy Roenick had. He was right at the post trying to sweep it in. Gets tied up by Pratt. Primo's on the other side. Primo looking, shot right through the paint. Dumped back in. Big surge right here being put on by the Flyers. And Tampa Bay gets it out of the zone. Flyers, Jeremy Roenick has scored the overtime game winner in their only overtime game this playoff year. Primo got the hit on Pratt, who got a stick tied up in the net. Came back near side, behind the net. Gagne dumped it. Jeremy Roenick, center, kicked away. Gagne trying to line it up, couldn't, and got leveled in front of the net. This will be an icing call on the top. Overtime is underway. Joe Micheletti.
Okay, guys, thanks very much. Bill Clement, you're right on with your analysis. The Flyers are coming out in this overtime. They told their players, let's go out and win this thing. And the way they want to do it is keep that first forward going after the defense of Tampa Bay and force them to move the puck along the boards. Send the other 2 players over there just as they scored that tying goal and try and force turnovers and getting the puck back to the net. Guys?
All right, Joe, thanks very much. And the Flyers have come out with a mighty forecheck to start this. But this is fine for Tampa Bay as long as they can hold. Because when they break out of the forecheck, they can come down and end the game.
Move back into the zone. Straight down the middle. Taylor trying to get to it. Could not. After it had been moved in. Fedotenko and Fedotenko played an exceptional game. Both of them. Into the corner. Lukovic couldn't get Jamnok. Jamnok turned it. Recchi. D are cutting in. Markov was already up front of the net. Commander is shot wide of the net. Rebound, Boyle trying to play it off the back, gets it over to Fedotenko. He had to turn back to behind the net. Tampa Bay has won 2 overtime games this playoff year. St. Louis and Richards have picked up their game-winning overtime goals. Avi Bullen in his career, 5 and 4 overtime playoff games in the net, while Esch played his first this year and won. So he's 1-0 in his career playoff overtimes. Dumped back to center. Radovojevic gets tripped, and as you said, Bill, there'll be no calls unless you can't get up. So we're going to see more of that kind of play with it. Each time it happens and is not called, the players are going to try it again one more time later.
I suspect there will have to be a high stick to the face that does damage.
Yep. Move back through center ice. Tampa Bay trying to get it up, could not, as Lecavalier was at center. Now St. Louis over to Lecavalier, but behind him is Gagne blocked. Radovojevic will bring it back in. Radovojevic dumped, great play, St. Louis, and then he lost it to Handzus. A chance at the outside of the net. St. Louis trying to clear Handzus, another steal. It'll come to Sador. Sador up the wall, not out yet. Now moved to center as it bounced. St. Louis picks it up, long shift. It's dropped off. Fedotenko, St. Louis held on to it. St. Louis got hauled down. Puck underneath him. Rolled it in. Shoveled it.
Call it even now.
Yeah, call it even. Pratt coming back on the touch. That'll be an icing call.
What a stick move by little Marty St. Louis to get loose. But the players know now. And you know what? The worst thing they can do is look at this little stick handle move here to get by Kim Johnson, but he didn't get all the way by him. The players know not to bother. Don't bother complaining about a non-call now. Any waste of energy is a mistake. Any waste of energy.
Keep going. Of the 16 previous overtime games this playoff year, 7 of the 16 were decided in the first 5 minutes. We are 4 seconds away from being 5 minutes into this one. Kapanen will move it out. Dumps it off the near side wall for Recchi. Poke checked away by Pratt. Recchi back for Kapanen. Kapanen turns. Backhander in front. Shot. Rips loose in the crease. Recchi trying to get it. Shot. Didn't get it through the pack. Rebound clipped away by Javi Bolin. Turn back for Jamnov. They'll have to chase on the near side wall. Jamnov tied up his man Modine. Good job, got it away to Recchi. They do battle. Modine just shoves the pack against the boards. Recchi came away with a puck. Recchi with Pratt. Recchi turning it. Recchi in front. Shot. Javi Bolin again. And Corey Sarge on Kapanen. Play by Jamnov. Jamnov just bounced it off sticks to center. Oh, mama. Shots 34-24 in favor of the Flyers. As tense as it can get. Corey Sarge just sends it the length of the ice.
I think Danny Markov's shot hit back in front. Gracious me, the Flyers came so close to ending this and forcing a Game 7. Sami Kapanen, the little guys on either side of Jamnov have been so huge so far in this overtime. Recchi, there's the shot right there. Nolan Pratt was on his knees when Markov came in.
Mercy. Into the corner again. Pickanen steps up. That's going to be whistled. I think the clock. Gary Fraser coming over to the scorer's table.
Clearly Ken Hitchcock is not playing for a tie, which you can't do here. Joni Pitkanen, who looked rattled early in the game, is an offensive defenseman and a rookie. Craig Hartsburg trying to settle him down.
The horn went off accidentally or for some reason, and that's why they're checking. Martin St. Louis has had 2 overtime goals that have ended a series. He is one shy of the record held by Martin Gelinas with 3 overtime goals that end a playoff series. And he had one of those this season. There you see the offensive zone time go.
Be interesting to see if that fourth line for Tampa plays now in overtime. Remember, they played with the lead in the third period. John Tortorella has used a complete bench this entire game. 3 pairs of defensemen and 4 forward lines. Ken Hitchcock shortened his bench after the halfway point of the game. Dennis Seidenberg has not seen any ice. And Patrick Sharp has not seen much ice.
This delay is Kerry Fraser talking to the officials at the scorer's table about the clock. The horn went off for some reason, and
I wonder if they were. There's a point that Randy makes up here with us. If they were checking to see if a puck had gone in on a wraparound chance, but you know that they're checking that all the time upstairs anyway.
And you don't stop play for that.
No, but if there's a whistle, you can let them know that they're checking so that the puck doesn't go back into play.
Yep. I thought there, though, the play that was already underway, and then the horn went off.
He just said replay upstairs. That's exactly what they're doing. Kerry Fraser is in a stall mode here.
They're looking to see whether or not in that scramble down in front of Javi Bolin, whether that puck ever got in the net.
Take a look here. I think it might have been on the wraparound chance. Nope, nothing going.
It didn't go in. We keep playing. Comes to Taylor on the near side. What an awful way that would be to end the game.
It would be incredibly anticlimactic the way this game has gone. We need something dramatic to end it.
Taylor taken down by Pitkanen. There's Leclaire. Leclaire got it up to Jesus. He had a hit coming and got knocked down. Tarasenko centered up the shot, deflected near side, turned loose, and it's just missed.
Oh, Esch fell down. He caught a blade. He caught an edge and went down.
Back in behind the net, Anderchuk tied it up. Anderchuk helping to hold it in, got pinned up against the wall by Jesus. Cleared away to Leclaire at center. John Leclaire, Radovojevic on the right. Radovojevic, he centers. That one goes wide. Leclaire was trying to redirect, and he had a Fenisengov with him. Centering pass blocked. Boyle rams it off the glass and out to center. They've got to get back on side. Lost it straight down the middle. Shot on net. Wide. What a chance Taylor had. Rebound held in. Lecavalier with a big move. Lecavalier dropped it in the corner. Taylor center away shot, and he missed it on the short side. Sador guns it. tried to. It got blocked. Primo will move it out. Primo back. Primo leaves it near side Gagne. Gagne chance, and a save made by Javi Bulin.
Little extra by Keith Primo. He whacked at the gloves of Javi Bulin. Kubina went to say something to him. But you can forget about grudges. You can forget about the tried and true traditions of protecting your goalie. Don't waste any energy here, boys. You could be around for a while. Watch Primo with the whack. Little love tap, really.
Playoff overtime goals are so hard to get. The likes of Gordie Howe, Mark Messier, Mario Lemieux, never had them. Never. When you get them, you live with it for a long time. Enjoy. Kubina cleared it near side. Primo knocked it away. Primo held up against the wall. He and Sador dancing again. He heads to the net. Blocked. Good play. Played in behind the net. Pavel Kubina. He blocked Jeremy Roenick because Roenick heard Primo hollering. Gagne brings it back in. That's a delayed offside. Dingman, Primo, collide, Kubina. Now there'll be no whistle. Everything waved off here as they got it back to center anyway. Sador guns it in. Ash able to kick it away to the corner. Markov with Richards moving up. Kubina blocking that wraparound chance, so he sent it off the wall. Kapanen moves it out as he started those skates going. Into the corner, Jamnov trapped there first. Corey Sarge off the dasher. Sarge sends it up the middle. Dangerous pass. Comes all the way down to Robert Esch. Esch drops it off. Philadelphia trying to get a game 7 with a win. 2-line pass. Tampa Bay a win, and they go to the finals against Calgary.
Tampa Bay Lightning 2 overtime wins this season in the playoffs. First one was against the New York Islanders. That was Martin St. Louis. That sent the Islanders packing. Then Brad Richards against the Montreal Canadiens. The two that eliminated teams, one by St. Louis and the last one by Richards.
Jeremy Roenick has picked up 4 playoff overtime goals in his career. Joe Sakic and Rocket Richard tied for first with 6. In behind the net, St. Louis dropped it off to LeCavalier, went by him. Tony Amonte. Sarge steps up, gunned it off the near side. Turn around, St. Louis, partially blocked by Malakoff and then cleared out of there by Handzus. Dumped away at center. Handzus intercepted, lost it, sent in. LeCavalier off the board. Johnson gets in front of it. LeCavalier poke checked away by Johnson. Tony Amonte. Amonte turned it back on the right side to get Radovojevic. Handzus will move it in. Handzus pinned up by Boyle, taken down by Boyle. St. Louis, LeCavalier out there together. LeCavalier on the right, back to St. Louis to LeCavalier. His shot off the blocker, punched up off the glass. Lukovic stepped up to hold it in for Tampa Bay. He's got the skate on it against the wall. Primo freed it up. Radovojevic goes wide with it. Tony Amonte. Boyle in front of him. Amonte. Partially blocked and wide. Primo back behind the net for Amonte. Amonte to the point. Markov. He sends it even deeper. There's Primo. Boyle reaching in. Primo one-arms it to the front. Shot blocked. Rebound. Deflected away. Happy Bulin was off balance. And the shot got blocked out in front again by Sador. Cleared out of the zone. Here comes the Cavalier. It's offside.
Banging on the door. But can't get it done. Keith Primo with his strength. That changed directions on the way. A Tampa Bay defenseman had lost his stick, and Jeremy Roenick tried to drift it out front. But the long reach of Keith Primo is underrated. Lukovic had lost his stick. Jeremy Roenick had the rebound opportunity. The pretty stuff is never there against Tampa Bay because they collapse 5 people down low. You just got to try to jump into the blender and play the game.
Recchi dumped it in. Hard to the corner, Kubina. Recchi, Modine. Recchi with a puck. Recchi turning it up the near side boards. Knocked away to the point, Janssen. That was Anderchuk going down on the ice, trying to clear it out of the zone. Could not do it. Back into the middle. Malakoff shot blocked. He held his man up. Malakoff was not going to let anybody start up ice. That would have been a Afanasenkov on the goal. Sammy Kapanen tried to center Recchi, who was coming. Afanasenkov looking. He comes to the red. The blue and into the zone. Trying to get around Janssen. Could not do it. Janssen able to play it. Malakoff's got it. Malakoff the little dish. Both teams want a line change here. Kapanen will send it in. Javi Bulin. 39-26. The shots in favor of the Flyers. Game tied at 4-4. More than midway through this first overtime with a game and a series that just has been better with each shift.
And then Gary, a really incredible pace here in the first overtime period. Hardly any whistles. You almost don't have time to catch your breath on the bench before you're tapped on the shoulder and it's your turn.
And those line changes, as we talked about, you've got to be careful with them because you got to make them on the fly. Laid around the far side by Fedotenko. He got tied up to the point, trying to hit Richards, who was cutting. Hanzus gets there ahead of him. Dumped it at center. Leclerc a little tip. Tampa Bay gets back onside. Sweet pass blocked by Hanzus. Turned up. 2-on-1 chance. In Roenick with Leclerc. Roenick pop checked away by Sador. Sador reached in and poked it away. They cut the other way. Roenick's in front of the net. Gagne. Backhand shot. Side made. Javi Bullen. And Pratt was down in front to help block it.
Oh, gracious me. I don't know what Jeremy Roenick was waiting for. That's his shot. High to the short side. He loves it.
Pass that one up. Janssen back into the middle. Offside. They're a two-liner.
Gagne was offside. Boy, the Flyers have had their chances and can't get it done. This was the play right there. Jeremy Roenick looked like he was going to fire. I think Daryl Sador might have gambled a bit and it paid off. Then this move, beautiful move by Simon Gagne to get to the front. You got to know he was trying to get the puck up into the air, but he just didn't get it high enough to get it over Javi Bullen's pad.
Wow. Now they are cleaning the ice. This is a new rule instituted during this year's playoffs. Once the first 10 minutes has gone by, the next whistle, they allow the cleaners to come out and get the loose ice off. Previous to this season, that did not happen. In fact, early on in this playoff year, it didn't happen, and a puck got stuck.
It's a great rule.
In the ice.
It's a good rule. It doesn't hurt anybody. One shovel halfway through each overtime period after the 10-minute mark. Jeremy Roenick still shaking his head.
5-zip the chances in favor of the Flyers in the OT. It is still 4-4.
This is as good a time as any to mention that if there's a Game 7, we'll be there Saturday at 7 Eastern.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Cleared back up to Taylor. Taylor moves it ahead. Guns it in. Calgary sitting, watching, going, boys, why don't you just play all night? Dumped off the near side wall. In behind the net, Kubina. Jammed off with a hit. Freed it up. Cleared out of the zone to center as Andrechuk reached in to get it. Back for it is Kim Janssen. Janssen off the near side, waiting for a line change here. Sammy Kapanen picks it up. Kapanen moves it in. Hanzus, boy, has he played a lot tonight. Hanzus behind the net, couldn't get it. Recchi did, back for Hanzus. Hanzus coming over to get it. Goes on top, Commander leaves it off the far side. Shot deflected. Ooh, that was close. Hanzus was cutting, and that was a pass to him on the right wing. Dingman kicking away, had it stolen by Tony Amati. Restolen, Andrechuk just gets it out of there, and Commander drops it back. LeCavalier, Fedotenko, 2 goals each. Primo, 2 goals and an assist. Gagne, Kapanen, the other ones for the Flyers. Andrechuk, St. Louis, couple of assists in the game. Touched up for an icing call.
In case you missed the goal that tied this game and forced overtime, we happen to have it for you. With under 2 minutes to go, Keith Primo had a puck glance off his toe, go through the crease, and he beat Javi Bullen to the puck on the other side of the net.
Primo, who didn't exactly guarantee a win tonight, came pretty close to it when he said, I got my bags packed, we're going back to Tampa. Now Tampa Bay with 7:17 to go here in this first overtime have used their 32nd timeout.
He's really got to be trying to settle his guys down here because the Flyers have had so many opportunities to win this game in the first overtime. This is about calming down, playing the way we play, do the things we do best. Don't panic, keep it simple.
Those of you who have been watching the NBA game, welcome. We are in Philadelphia. Gary Thorne, Bill Clement, Joe Micheletti, and our crew. This game is tied at 4-4. We are in the first overtime, 7:17 to go in it. A tremendous game. Tampa Bay looking to move to the finals with a win. Philadelphia with a win would create a Game 7. Jeremy Roenick trying to center it. Had it behind the net. He gets pinned up. Anderchuk wouldn't let him go by. Primo moved in, put the hit on, but Afanasenko controlled the puck against the wall. They do battle. Corey Sarge reaching in for Tampa Bay, number 21, trying to dig it out. Primo got it. Primo won that battle, and he has won a ton of those. Back to the point. Malakoff skates to the middle. Shot blocked. Sador looking into the middle again. Tampa Bay's got a 3-on-2 chance. Here comes Taylor. Taylor down. Taylor shot. Save. Kick to the near side as Esch moved up and cut the angle. Comes away to center. Radivojevic leads it. Primo's on the left side. Gagne in. Gagne wrister save. Javi Bulin.
Simon Gagne's got to be tired of blackening up the lightning bolt on the chest of Nikolai Khabibulin. There are puck marks all over it. He's hit him in the chest about 5 times tonight. He had a play open up here. Looked like the defenseman was going to take him. When he didn't, that was Brad Lukovic. He left him, and that left him time for a shot. But he drifted that one right at Khabibulin.
Off his face-off, just wide. Opportunity there, John Leclerc, Handzus, and Radivojevic. Handzus to the point, not out of there yet. Deflected into the middle. Modine off the near side for Tampa Bay. Can't get there. Markov plays it. Markov got it across ice. Leclerc looking for Handzus. Coming out to play at Khabibulin. Dangerous territory. Had Lukovic up here. Quickly spun around to Modine. Modine off the wall. Long cross ice. Brad Richards trying to get it over. St. Louis. Commander on him. St. Louis with the puck. Leclerc came in to help. Richards there for Tampa Bay. St. Louis will take a face-off. The officials want it moved. Not going to give it to him. Modine's got it. Modine, a shot blocked. And cleared out of the zone onto the bench as Leclerc blocked it.
If I'm sitting on the Flyers bench, you know what I'm saying? All Tampa needs is one chance.
Off the near side boards. We see it happen so often in overtime. Leclerc, one team dominates the play and the other gets the goal. Leclerc battling, turning. Leclerc trying to center it. Deflected and a shot ended up on net by Waugh. Wow, what a chance for Lecavalier that time. That one not moved out. Turned back into the middle. Poke check. Gavino couldn't get it. Recchi trying to clear. Well, furious in front of the net. Kapanen moves it in. Kapanen, the dot. Backhander wide. Over to get it Jamnok. Jamnok leaves it. Corey Sarge sent it to length of the ice. It will be an icing call. Johnson just floats back there, not wanting to use any energy.
With nobody chasing you, you got to conserve energy. You don't know how long you're going to be here. Vincent Lecavalier with some powerful play here. Malakoff hacking him, whacking him, cross-checking him, and still he was able to twist and turn away and just about able to tee up a big scoring chance.
Lecavalier and Richards both have 4 goals in this series. Denis Lecavalier, a couple tonight, back to the point. Markov, a chance, a save! Nikolai Khabibulin with a left pad. Jeremy Roenick gets leveled as he tried to go into the middle, and Dave Anderchuk was there. Roenick right back up. Markov holds it in over Anderchuk's head. Gagne going to the corner. He's got Kubiner all over him. Roenick, the puck. Roenick tried to center. Block. Sador got it out of there. Back comes Afanasenkov into the middle. Lost control of that puck. Philadelphia, 4:24 to go in this first OT. Anderchuk stole it. Sador in his own end. Clears it. Modine couldn't get it into the zone. Leclerc came right into his jersey that time. Here comes Markov. Got it down the middle. Poke checked away. Whistled on the offside. And Handzus didn't think so.
Who have been the big gunners and the big lines in this hockey game? They don't like to call the Flyers, obviously. The Lecavalier line with St. Louis and Fedotenko. 4 goals and 2 assists in this hockey game.
Off the draw at center, Lukovic. Back to him on the near side. And Lukovic looking into the middle. Had to go up the wall of Modine. Richards cutting. Shot wide of the net off Kim Johnson. Got back behind the net. Tied up by Handzus. Modine came over to get it. Loose stick. That's a Tampa Bay player's stick. Seaback went right by it, and it's cleared out of the zone. And icing, no. Won't get there. Lukovic, hard wrap around to the near side. Tony Amati held it in. Still loose in the corner. Good play by Amani to keep this alive in the zone. Leclaire battling. Shamrock missed it. Tamander at the other point. Tamander sends it back for Leclaire. Leclaire behind the net. Leclaire trying to get it. What a battle in front. Leclaire comes to the front. Shoots it off the side of the net. Tony Amani. Amani centered it right behind Leclaire. Amani looks like he's got about as good a set of wheels going as anybody right now. Richards up. Richards left it in the middle. Shot just wide. Almost redirected by Fedotenko, who was looking for a hat trick. Bounce back to Markov behind the net. 2:58 to go in the OT. St. Louis following Markov across ice. Ended up turning that puck over with Dingman. Dingman to Le Cavalier. Shot, save! Ash! Batted away. Le Cavalier behind the net again. He centered it. Couldn't get it to St. Louis. Good play by Recchi. Recchi moves it out. Dingman knocked it down. St. Louis right back. St. Louis in. Backhand side. Check Markov. Corey Sarge leaves it. Near side. Pratt. Shot. Ripped it. He had to go over two Flyers who went down on the ice. Tamander and Recchi both were laying there. Pratt's got to play it.
Boy, I'll tell you what, you got to slap the puck to get it over the goal line.
Onside, Corey Sarge sends it into the netting.
Gosh, this is good. It simply does not get much better than this, folks. Vincent Lecavalier with a 2-on-1 decided to shoot Robert Esch, his biggest save of the overtime. He hasn't been tested very much. And then Pratt having to get the puck over two Flyers, and he did. But in the process, he also got it over the net.
Recchi and Tamander just laying there. Poke checked away again at center ice off Jeremy Roenick. This one will be played in. A Fedotenko. Johnson got back, rode him right into the wall. Primo being held up by Taylor. Alcott pokes it around the boards for Gagne. Gagne, a little tip pass. Johnson will bring it up. Johnson the flip, trying to get it into the corner. Went off Kavina's stick. Jeremy Roenick and Kavina collide. Roenick still with it. Gets it away to Gagne. Gagne for Roenick. Lets it go. Primo draws it. Side of the net. Roenick shot. Oh, score! Simon Gagne! We've got a game 7!
He did not hit him in the chest with this one. Primo with the dish that went off a stick. Roenick trying to wrap around that went right. I mean right to the tape here of Gagne. Two caroms that went the Flyers' way. And Simon Gagne has ended game 6. Off a skate, off another skate, to the back of the net for Simon Gagne.
The series holds true. Win, lose, win. This game will now go to Game 7 in Tampa Bay. Our final here, the Flyers win it by a score of 5-4.